Ratchstead Fortress. There is no place more terrible. The Dark Lord Redar and his hordes of orcs have used this unholy place for years. Accessible by crossing the Sea of Ald, it is a treacherous black ocean full of unspeakable horrors. The citadel is considered impenetrable. The young Prince Ale discovered Lord Redar's invasion plans, but before he could return the plans to his father, he was captured. Now he's at the mercy of the Dark Lord.
Master, that stinking, no good, miserable, useless human prince won't talk. We've tried everything, and nothing works. He won't give us anything. We'll never find the stolen plans for your invasion. Whatever shall we do?
Bring him to me. I'll deal with it.
This is a waste of time, Redar. The prince won't break. We should be preparing for war, not wasting time on this boy.
Lord Redar, I should have recognized your stench. Release me immediately. My father
Is of no concern. Either he will surrender his forces and his kingdom, or his only son and heir will die slowly and horribly.
I'm not afraid to die.
You should be. It will take years. Swab, take him away.
As I said, Lord Redar, a waste of time. They will never surrender. They won't try to rescue him. They'll sacrifice him for the good of their precious kingdom.
Oh, I think you are wrong, Lord Necret. I think that is exactly what they'll do. They're going to try to rescue him, and perhaps they shall.
Right, hello everyone, and I know for certain you can hear me. What a privilege to be here at Gary Con 15, if that's the right number of numerals. That's all Latin to me. Anyway, welcome to tonight's stream, or this afternoon stream, or this morning stream, or wherever you happen to be in the world. If you can hear me, let me know, because you know me, it's tech, which means something's going to go wrong. We just don't know what yet. Anyway, I'm joined by some absolutely amazing folk. And we got some interesting first-time things happening here tonight as well. First-time user of a certain piece of software. So we're looking forward to that one. No, it's going to be absolutely awesome. If you watch that opening animatic, that was put together by myself using Artflow, who it's still in very early alpha stages, but hopefully it set the tone for what tonight's adventure is all about. It's a rescue that is definitely a trap, which shouldn't have happened, but did. That's the title of the adventure. It's quite short, and well, not the adventure anyway, because we're going to be here for the next 3 hours playing this game. Now, who are we? Well, let's find out. So I'm going to work on the screen from my left to the right. So first up, we've got all the way from Australia.
Hello! G'day guys, my name's Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and I am so thrilled to be here at GaryCon with everyone. I am a TTRPG content creator from Perth, Western Australia, and I do tons of these cool things that we call role-playing. I feature on a number of guys' shows. Adventures of the Windswift, Chronicles of something, the Broken World Chronicles. I knew that. That's me remembering things. Whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, I'm super happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Are we telling them like our characters and stuff, or are we just saying who our pretty faces?
There you go. Next up,
just pretty faces for now.
Just pretty faces. Next up, we have Keith.
Hello, everybody. I'm also glad to be here at GaryCon. It's lovely here. And I'm Keith Baker. I'm best known as the creator of the Eberron campaign setting. I also created the card game Gloom, and with my company Together Studios, I have been making Illimat, the Adventure Zone Bureau of Balance, and all kinds of other cool things. You can find me on social media as either Hellcow Keith or as Together Studios. Together Studios, that's TWO. And you can find my stuff at togetherstudios.com. And looking forward to some crazy action. I'm sure it's perfectly safe.
I'm sure it is. And then
finally... I do want to know which one of us will have the chance to say, it's a dream. But we'll see.
Oh, yeah. You betcha. And then we have John joining us.
Hi. Very pleased to be here. No, I'm severely disappointed in being here. This has been a totally throwing my day into chaos. No. Extraordinarily glad to be at my first GaryCon, even though it is virtual. I am John Kovalik. I am a cartoonist, an illustrator, and a game designer. Probably best known for my comic strip Dork Tower or the game Munchkin, which I have now drawn over 7,500 cards for, and I've kind of stopped counting at this point. And also the game Apples to Apples. I was one of the developers and illustrator and content creators for that game, and far more than 100 other games, gaming supplements, just Cash and Guns, a new game from Matago coming out called Grail Cup, designed by Bruno Ferduti, one of my favorite game designers. And you can find me on social on any place, dorktower.com, or pretty much any platform. It's some variation of Muskrat_John.
There we go. Yes. So, what an amazing group of people that we brought together. Are their characters nearly as interesting as they are? Maybe not. I don't know. I think they might be able to hit harder, but that's just because I can't hit for anything, really. Anyway, let's find out. Michael, who are you playing, if you please?
Yes, no, so I'm playing Danras Legras, and you see, we're a Earth Genasi who wants to be the best swordsmith here or anywhere else. The problem is, materials, they're kind of, well, not great, and so I need to go and leave the forge, find myself some workable materials. And, what swordsmith doesn't want to test out their swords, huh? So, I've got my sword, I've got my kit, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make sure people understand that a Legras blade is the only blade you want to be buying.
Wonderful. And, Keith, who are you playing?
I'm just asking, first off, is Legras, so you're a smith, is that correct?
Yes, no, Legras is the smith.
So I'm just saying, do we know each other? Because you might be keeping me put together, if you're okay with that as a concept.
Well, you see, Legras, he does many things, not just swords, but also machines that are finely tuned, and I think Rusty and Legras have known each other for a while. I've kept you patched up here and there.
So yes, I am playing Rusty, and I am a war machine. I was built to fight and came into many pieces. At the end, I have been struck in the head many times. I was not warned about the dangers of wartime, but many pieces the grass keeps me put together. It seems like a good arrangement. Also, I like breaking things.
Oh my goodness, what a lovely pair. And then rounding us off, John, who are you bringing to the table?
Hi, I am Ginger Tylik. Ginger is a 9th level Tabaxi rogue swashbuckler, easily distracted by bright shiny objects. His likes to be up high, even if it's only just like a sheet of paper high. He goes for the high ground almost every time. He was very interested. He misheard Legras as catgrass. And his ears pricked up there for a second. He is an independent spirit and always up for an adventure and a lark. Haha. And I've been playing Ginger, who may or may not be based on my own cat, for quite some time. I've never played him at 9th level, however, so this is going to be a little bit new for me.
And
Some cats have 9 lives. Yeah.
Yes, some have 9 levels.
Wait, so would this
There
be
you
the
go.
last level life?
We shall see.
We shall see indeed. Absolutely. All right. So we've got some amazing sponsors who you can see all the way down there on the far side of the screen. They have made this whole thing possible. So huge thanks to them. And so, yes, there you are. Thank you to them. And with that, as you saw in the opening video, and a comment which earned all of the characters immediate inspiration, the plot, if you like, is that young Prince Ael has been kidnapped, taken hostage by the evil Redvar. Not Redvar, what am I saying?
Radev?
Brain dead. Radev, thank you.
Radev,
I'm like,
of course. Just a guess.
absolutely. Yes, Radev has taken young Prince prisoner, and our intrepid heroes have been hired by the king to sail across the great sea of Old and to go and rescue the prince. Now, there is a few little problems. Rathseed castle, or fortress, or citadel, or giant monstrosity of a construction of a place is impenetrable. And so this is certainly a mission of utmost precarious daring do, you might say. There is one single option which presented itself to our heroes, which is where they find themselves, and that is they have someone on the inside. They don't know who, but someone alerted the king that his son had been taken prisoner in the first place. And then that same someone offered to get a small contingent of individuals inside the citadel, but no more than that. They have not indicated who they are. They have not indicated how they will help. They have simply indicated that they will, but that the heroes need to actually get there in the first place. So we find ourselves on the deck of a sleek ship that has been lent, if you will, to our intrepid trio. Who signed for the ship itself? Someone would have had to sign as the captain of the ship. Do we have any takers?
Oh, that'd definitely be LaGrasse. No, I have some friends who work on the docks. I was able to get a clean discount here on this here vessel. It's ship shape.
It's
the shape of a ship.
It is certainly shaped like a ship. Yes, I'll give you that.
Rusty is definitely the Chewbacca to LaGrasse's Han here. He'll just stand behind him being very large and quiet most of the time.
I like that. And so, dare I ask it, what is the name of your ship?
The
It is
Plutonian
called
Falcon.
Yes.
Did you say the Tiberium Falcon?
Plutonium Falcon.
The Plutonium Falcon.
Yes. It's a Munchkin reference. It does not have to be that. It does not have to be that.
Oh no, it is definitely the Plutonium
Plutonium
Falcon.
Falcon. Now,
yeah.
Well, there we go. That's the rule. Plutonium Falcon. All right, lovely. So aboard the Plutonium Falcon, you have been sailing for several days across Old Ocean. Old Ocean has been filled with terrors and horrors, which thankfully seem to have been kept away. Anyone can give me a perception check to see if they can figure out why.
Oh, that's not it.
There we go.
I've persuaded
14.
the.
Oh,
Slightly
9.
worse than my passive.
Yeah.
I would like to persuade everyone aboard the ship that it is because we are a truly formidable force that nothing has approached us as of yet.
Ginger accepts this explanation and does a little twirl with his rapier.
Which is probably why no one is paying any attention to the ocean, since everyone has fled in panic and terror, I guess you might say.
Panic and Terror is my law firm, sir.
I think I've got a cousin named Anakin Terror.
Oh, all right. Well, the citadel dawns upon the horizon like a giant black sun. Burning
That's no
fiercely
sun.
red.
That one is.
That's true. It's no sunrise. Yes, and with those statements, you do notice the ragged coastline of the small rocky island that the citadel is built upon, and the myriads of crashed, wrecked, and ruined ships that lie scattered about the shores of this very dark island. The citadel towers and walls extend almost from the water's edge itself, making any kind of landing absolutely impossible. The only approach is through a very large set of double doors, which are currently open, and they seem to allow access into a port within the citadel itself. From this perspective, you can see that the walls extend easily 150 to 200 feet in height above the water and are crested with rather imposing battlements shaped vaguely like teeth as you approach. No mention of the help in terms of how you were going to make contact with this individual who did not identify themselves, but apart from the double doors that are open, that seems to be your only approach. Of course, you are open to do as you so choose.
How tall are these doors? What sort of size are we looking at here?
The doors themselves, from this distance, you estimate that they are probably about 150 feet in width each. They are double doors. They sit just at the water's edge, so they're not impeded by the waves in their opening and closing. And then they rise up a good 60 feet. So they would allow fairly large ships in.
Oh, we open the doors.
They are currently slightly ajar, just enough perhaps for the Plutonium Falcon to be able to slip in. But if you did, you certainly would be seen.
All right,
I like
I
being
think
seen.
I think our friend on the inside has left the door open for us, huh? Rusty, keep your head on a swivel. I think we'll take her in and maybe see if see what's what once we get through the gates.
I'm sorry about the squeaking. I need to oil it better.
Check my backpack. I think there's a couple quart.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's so much better. Bless the maker. Oh, sorry.
Hey, the maker didn't pack that bag, huh? Okay.
As this conversation is happening and you are staring towards the open doors, you suddenly become aware of a high-pitched whistling sound, which seems to be getting louder and louder and louder.
Perception roll time, or
Where are you looking?
I'm trying to go in the direction, like with the swivelly cat ears thing.
Yes.
Trying to find the direction of this whistling.
Fantastic. As Rusty looks up and as Ginger's ears start to home in on the source of the sound, the whistling is immediately apparent. It appears to be two very large ballista bolts which have been fired with remarkable accuracy given the rest of the occupants of the Citadel, and they appear to be coming straight at the ship. You have literally one round to react. Both ballista bolts are approximately 12 feet in length and will weigh somewhere in the region of about half a ton.
Are they attached to anything, or are they just on their own?
They are indeed attached to two very heavy-looking rope cables.
I think they are offering us a way to get to land because we could move along the rope. It's very
That's a
kind
good
of them.
That's an excellent idea. I'm going to step forward, and as I do so, I'm going to lean in straight away with my level 5 spell here, as I am going to cast Animate Object on one of the ballista bolts, and use it to thread the other ballista bolt and create a walkway up to where the ballistas are, avoiding damaging the ship and instead impaling like kind of the other, like the opposite side of the little passage that we're in.
This is why I like playing with you, Michael. Animate objects. So, yeah, it's just got a range. Large objects count as 4. So how many can you manipulate? 10. You can 10 up to 10. So there we go. That's 8 objects. That's absolutely fine. So yes, well, animate object.
That means technically I could just animate both of them, couldn't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. In that case, they won't even need to impale anything. I'll just sort of like stop them both and create little walkways.
So you lift your hand up, you concentrate. How does your spell express itself?
So as Danras sort of looks up and the two ballistas are heading towards it, Danras has all these kind of almost like bits of like stone crack over his skin, almost like in the same vein as a circuit board. They glow with this eldritch light, and those same circuits kind of go and they speak through the metal of the ballista themselves. A good forger can understand and speak the language of the materials that he's using, and it's almost like it almost feels like instead of animate object, it's almost like dominate object, as he then convinces these two metal struts to provide safe egress to the ballistas above.
That's exactly what they do, and they thud harmlessly onto the deck of the ship.
Ginger is looking in equal parts impressed and disappointed because he was ready to swat at them when they came past.
I'm so glad that you didn't manage to swat at a half-ton ballistic missile traveling directly towards the ship.
more impressed with the rope behind it, frankly. It was.
I'm imagining Ginger's just there, like just biffing it, like as it's on the deck.
Your ship is still sailing forward unless you wish it to stop, in which case the orders are given to your sailors to bring the ship to a full stop. Are you then going to climb this cord?
Yeah, that's what I think Rusty alluded to.
Yes.
How long is the cord at this point from the battlements?
I think it's about 300 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. And the cord itself is probably about 5 inches thick. Quite thick cord.
Do we think this is our friends or no?
Why would it not be? They have extended a rope ladder to us. That seems like a kind act.
Ginger is very eager to get scrambling up this, to be quite frank.
Ginger's leading the charge.
We're gonna put one of the sailors in charge and tell them to not sink the ship. Like this person's now acting captain. As we get onto the ballista, can I like levitate the ballista like a surfboard almost, like up, or
with what spell?
With the continuing that maintained animate object spell.
It does last for a minute, so yes, I suppose you can. Sure, why not? Yes, you can mentally command this thing to do it. So, absolutely.
Right, well, up we go.
Silver surfing upwards, or magnetoing, I guess. And Rusty, you're just riding this as well.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Just as you're about to leave, the sailor that you left in charge, I'm going to go with his name is Ludek. Thanks, chat. Ludek says, you said don't sink the ship, sir. But what about the other ballista that are incoming?
look at the other ballista incoming.
There are about 6 more coming in.
All right. I have an idea. I think we should sink the ship.
Can I have a vote in that, please, sir? He says as you are moving away from the ship.
Yeah, Danros is going to salute them.
Oh, very nice. Oh, that's heroes for you, says the sailor as he turns to the rest of the crew.
You were already in charge. Your captain. Congratulations on the promotion. Good luck.
Wait, so it's my ship now, is it?
It was.
All right, that's what you're shouting down to Captain Ludek. And I'm just going to roll here. 6 ballista. They all need above a 13 to hit. Oh, damn. Okay. All 5 of them hit. So Captain Ludek and what's left of his ship quietly sink below the waves.
Enjoy.
There is a hand that extends from the waters as the captain sinks down below them. I won't go into details. But yes, the ship sinks down in a ludicrous situation, says chat. I agree with them. And you continue to sail on towards the great citadel. Now, it becomes apparent that there is going to be a slight problem of your entangled lines, as the ballista at the top of the towers that are guarding the great gate are, although next to each other, they are cranking those cables back in just as fast as you are flying forward. And you will get to a point where the 2 cables have been cranked as far back as they can before they can no longer pull apart.
Oh, well, they clearly want their ammunition back. I mean, I understand, like expensive ballistas and stuff like that. So I'm going to give it to them. And I'm going to have both ballistas turned so that the arrowhead is facing the ballista. And I'm going to destroy both of these ballistas by launching it directly at them. While we're on it.
While you're on it?
Yeah. I mean...
Okay. Just bearing in mind, Ginger is ahead on the cable.
So that would be him. Yeah, no, that would then put it slack a little bit. How thick are the cables? Like, if it went slack, would he be able to grab onto it?
5 inches.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a bit thin. Okay. No, that's okay. Yeah, no, I won't do that then. I will not. I've already killed so many people at the start of this game. I feel as though killing one of my PC members is probably not a good idea. So I'll keep it so that as they're cranking it, it's like staying taut. Yeah, I'll have it just like kind of holding position and sort of pulling it back so that Ginger can get across. And
all right.
I'll ask Rusty. So it looks like we've been given the invitation. What say we get across and say hello, eh?
I am happy to take the lead. Hopefully you can put me back together if something goes wrong.
Oh, well, you know what they say, age before beauty, huh?
Yes, I'm very old. All right.
Ginger, however, is already on the ropes. And Ginger, as you're getting closer and closer to the point of contact with the wall, you become aware of a very rushed argument that is happening on the other side, probably at the ballista itself. Do you happen to speak Goblin?
I do not. I've got Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
All right.
Apparently, it's also Goblins' Cant. So
Goblins can too.
Absolutely. Have a positive attitude.
Be a thieves' can, not a thieves' can't.
Well, however you wish to can or not can, you can. And
Who can? Two can play at that game.
Exactly. And you hear this debate going on. It sounds like 2 people arguing over who basically has made the mistake. Definitely sounds like the blame game is going on the other side. But you can hear at least 3 voices, 2 of which are fairly shrill, and 1 of which is definitely very much deeper and louder.
How close can I get? So how far am I from being able to see these voices?
So the cable has extended over the battlements and is sort of being pulled up at a slight angle. So you can crawl right up onto the edge of that battlement if you so choose. And
Yes,
then you can have a look as the cable is sort of pulling past you. You can see in front of you, and I'll just show you a little bit of a map at the moment. So just bear with me as I reveal the map. The map is there. So this is what you were seeing, and what this translates into, just got lots of screens going on here, is there are you guys in the water. Well, the two characters in the water with Rusty in front of Danras, and then Ginger, who is already there. In front of you, Ginger, you can see that there is this ballista platform, and on the ballista platform there are two goblins who are arguing with each other, and then a very large orc standing behind who is shouting at both of them. So once you climb over that parapet, you'll be basically staring down the barrel of this ballista. It is not armed at the moment. They haven't cocked it. And of course, there is a large cable running from it behind you to your companions. So that is what you are seeing at that moment in time. Beyond them, you can see the rest of the fortress itself. Is a little bit of an illusion that has been created. It doesn't look like you're on a wall. It looks like you're on a plateau that they've just built a wall around, basically. And there's palisade wall beyond that. But that's kind of all in the background at the moment.
Interesting.
What are you doing?
Okay. How, if I dash, can I make it to the goblins this turn?
You don't even need to dash. You can just move 30 feet and you'll get there.
Okay. I shall. Yes, I'm just going to move straight in, and I've got my rapier with me. I've got my rapier wit with me, and beauty before age, as they say. I'm going in.
All right, so you're going to dash in. Are you going to the goblin, or the two goblins in the front, or are you going to the orc behind?
Two goblins in the front.
Two goblins in the front. All right, perfect. So I can put you either.
They're like mice to me.
Oh, sure. Okay. So yes, you run up towards these mice, and you're going to make an attack.
Yes.
It is a surprise attack. They did not expect a cat to launch itself towards them. So go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. 15.
15. You swipe at the one goblin who looks up at you in absolute terror. And you hear him muttering very briefly, Snotgar, he says. Snogtar, he says. Sorry, Snogtar. Snogtar. That's what he says. As you make your attack, 15 is a hit. Do damage to this poor goblin. Well, he's actually financially okay, but he likes people to think that he doesn't have enough money.
10 total.
10 damage. All right, yes. You deal 10 damage to Snogtar. Snogtar is not happy, but he's also not down. He seems quite unhappy with that. Are you doing anything else?
What can I make another attack at this point? Are we in combat technically?
We are in combat. You have the drop on them. They're not doing anything at this moment in time other than being beaten up.
Okay. I'm just going to go for a second attack, if I may.
Sure. You slice, you dice. And on a 14, he ducks out of the way.
Dang it.
As you swipe at him, he snarls at you and says something that certainly sounds derogatory. That brings us to
I prefer to think it's goblin for ow.
Sure, goblin for owl. Yes, it just takes him several words to say it.
Yes.
Right, Rusty, you are
Such
next
a
up
rich
on the
language.
line. You are hearing the sounds of combat. If you are still just below the parapet, still climbing up that cable.
All right. Well, I wish to move forward as quickly as I can.
Sure thing. Are you going
I'm
to?
very fast.
You are very
Fast. No. So anyhow, I have 30 feet of movement. I can make an athletics check also if that's worthwhile.
No, 30 feet of movement it will get you right behind the cat.
Okay.
If that's where you want to go.
Yes. I'd prefer to go in front of the cat, but
You can step around the ballista and engage the other goblin, or you can engage the goblin that the cat has been engaged with. Which do you prefer?
I suppose I'll engage the other one. I don't want to be rude.
Makes sense. You charge up to the other goblin. I will move the view up to there. And it is a surprise round, so you get to do whatever you would like to do to this goblin who is looking at you now in more terror. The terrifying cat wasn't enough.
What kind of armor is he wearing?
This particular goblin appears to be wearing a form of chainmail, which could be mistaken for scale mail as well. This may come from the merfolk.
Yeah, goblin chain. I've always seen that about it. It's a very interesting design that they use. I will take a chance, and I will. I'm first off going to be reckless because I am always reckless, and I am going to bonus action on my flame tongue to set my blade burning, and I will attack with Great Weapon Master.
This goblin sees its life flashing before its eyes.
I used to listen to Flame Tongue in college. I loved that band.
Since I'm reckless, that means I'm got advantage, so that's why I'm using the double roll there. So I think that's a 22.
That is a 22 to hit. That definitely hits.
So 27 points of damage.
How does that goblin die?
So Rusty just clambers up over, pulls out this greatsword, which bursts into flame. And as he comes forward and swings, it's more just like he kind of just splatters him, like it's sort of like just walking into a lawnmower. Was there a goblin there? I thought there was a goblin. I must have been mistaken.
Oh, that cuts deep. All right, you decimate the goblin. Is that your action?
Well, I have a second attack, but it doesn't look like there's. And in fact, enough. When I great weapon it, I could do a bonus action, but I did bonus action to light the sword, so I think that's it.
Okie dokes.
I will look at all the pieces and just say, "Oops, too much. Sorry."
Too much. Sorry. Danras.
So Danras walks across the rest of the way and gets to the edge of the palisade.
All right, 25 feet.
Yep. As he does so, he looks at the orc and says, "Hey, I think you dropped something." And then I'm going to get both of those animated objects to impale the orc at the back there.
Go ahead and give me a ranged attack. You do not have proficiency in ballista.
It's automatically got its own attack, which is a +6.
I stand corrected. Make your attack against this orc.
Okay. I'm going to use my regular longsword, but it's just -1 for whatever I roll. Oh no, that's a 12 on that one. You know what?
Yeah?
I was going to say, I'm going to use it because I don't want to lose it. I'm going to use my inspiration and reroll that one.
Sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what inspiration does in my games. If you want to play games. Oh, even worse. The fates have said no.
It
No,
has.
this
it
is
has.
not what will be happening. That orcish officer apparently is much smarter than anybody else on this current level, and so he just leaps to the side as your two ballista bury themselves in the sand.
That was for one ballista attack.
The first ballista buries itself in the sand.
My second one, oh my god, is a 12. Like
As the two
like, oh,
ballista bury themselves in the
it's
sand. When the
themselves in
GM
the
tells
sand.
you what happens, the dice are just
God
going to go with
dang.
it, right?
That's it. Yeah. So
It was
so that
fated.
was it is.
So, there you are.
But I'm not quite no, actually, you know what? I am done with that. I'm not gonna wear this that I survived climbing a rope. I feel like I've achieved enough this round. Done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't go too far. Can I have initiative from everybody, please, as the terrified
yes.
goblin and orcs are now able
Oh,
to. All right. Ginger, distracted by something, perhaps.
one of them has a laser
21.
pointer.
One of them has a laser pointer. All right. Well, Rusty, you are acting first. What are you doing?
Oh, who's that fellow in the back there?
An orc who is slightly terrified.
I'm just gonna give my good friend Legrasse a look, which is a look of any of these guys still alive? Which we've had before because Rusty often doesn't leave people, so it's the sort of should I? So should I? Okay. So I'm just going to head towards the orc in the back and just say, "Oh, sorry, that was me. That was my fault there. Here, let me try and make it up to you. This is what I meant to do." And take a swing.
Oh, sorry. I'm still set on self here. Give me a second. Do the audience get to see that? Yes, they do. You guys don't get to see that. So the orc looks up at you and he says in common, "Oh, no problem," as you're apologizing to him. And then you...
Oh, and then I was going to hit him with a sword.
Right, that's what you do.
I feel bad about it now that he seems polite. I mean, is he holding a weapon?
He is. It's a sort of a barbed whip. He does have a long sword at his side.
Even worse, he's got a whip. Like, I'm just saying, no nice person was ever like, "I'm just gonna go wander down to work with a barbed whip just for fun." So I
mean, if that's what your corporate PPE is, maybe.
I mean,
Sometimes you have to pay
I'm just
extra.
saying, okay, once you add the barbs, then I'm just like, no,
Right,
you're not a
right,
nice
right,
person.
right. Okay, I'll make a note. Regular bullwhips are okay.
Sure,
Yeah.
lots of fun there. But I will take the same approach. So just lean into it. That time only a 14.
14, you try and slice this orc, but he realizes just soon enough, he's obviously very, very rapidly heading up the ranks because he's a bright button. He manages to step out of the way of your attack.
All right, well, that's why I have a second attack.
That's why you got a second.
I am
swing back.
not right-handed. Okay, let's try that again.
Uh,
That time's a 23.
That catches
which
him.
is a critical hit.
Is it a critical? A natural 20?
It's a natural 20. When
I
I'm
have a thing for
using
that.
GWM, I got a +3. Whoa, there we go.
There we go. Natural
So
20.
yeah, I'm not saying that's 49 points of damage, but it is. Math is
You're
saying
not
it for me.
saying it? It's saying it for you. 49 points of damage? Where is this guy? 49 points of damage. How does he die?
Well, I mean, you said it yourself. I mean, I go up there. He's very polite. I'm like, "Pardon me, sorry about this," and misses. And he steps out of his way and looks very pleased with himself. And then I'm just like, "Oh," and just sort of right through the middle. And the two pieces look very surprised before they slide in opposite directions. And,
And the rest is
so
history.
sorry.
Sorry. Okay, that's what happens there. At this point in time, perhaps there is a moment to describe the rest of the area, because although this ballista platform that you are currently assailing and repainting is controlled by 2 goblins and an orc, there are, if you look to the left and to the right, probably about another 30 ballista on either side with equal numbers of crew. And the ones closest to this little fracas are all suddenly very aware of what's going on. And there is a general screaming and shouting and panic, and most of the goblins are running in the opposite direction to the direction that you are in. The orcs, however, are starting to stride forward, and in particular, there is one brute who bursts onto the scene. He comes running forward and runs right up to you. He's got the distance, I'm afraid. He is a very large ogre, and his lips are stained black, which any one of you know from your dealings with ogres in the past is a particular type of drug that the ogres like to use. And he's going to come running up to you, and he is going to try and introduce you to his great axe, because that's what he likes to use.
We've already met, actually. There's no need. I'm very familiar.
This one does not take the bait and just swings at you. And hits an armor class of 25.
Oh, okay. Yes, that is a hit. Yes.
That is a hit. And that would be for 12 points of damage.
Oh, ouch. Oh, that stings. Oh.
And then he hits you, well, he tries to hit you again on an 19. A 19.
Just makes it.
Just makes it, so he deals you another 9 points of damage.
Oh, ouch.
Bashes left and then comes back at you with a strong right, bellowing as he does. You can hear now in the background the screaming goblins, everybody running in all different directions, that someone has thought about it and has run up to a very large piece of metal that has been suspended on a pole and is frantically about to start beating that piece of metal for all they're worth. Danras, what are you doing?
I can take the ogre if you want to deal with the alarm.
Yeah, okay. I cast Shatter on the alarm.
You cast Shatter on the alarm. All right. Nothing wrong with a bit of Shatter on the alarm.
Yep.
Does it make a saving throw?
Let's see. Shatter 60 foot. There is a con save for the alarm.
Yep. The alarm.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. I'm not going to do that because it starts with a sudden loud ringing noise.
I was wondering about that.
I will.
I'll confuse the goblin who's about to hit it.
Yes, but I think people's like, was that the alarm? No, it wasn't the alarm. The alarm's more like ding ding ding. This is more like paquang, paquang. You know, what's the paquang supposed to be? Well, I think it means that it's Sarah's birthday today. Oh, well, we should bake her a cake.
I thought she left. Anyway, yeah, that conversation is not happening except in an alternate universe where you cast Shatter. Meanwhile,
I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers. Okay. So, I'm going to cast it around the alarm. So if they are staying near the alarm, they are also staying in a field of daggers, which you kind of watch as Danras sort of reaches around his neck and pulls out like this very, very beautiful looking ornate kind of like metal necklace. And he kind of like looks through it. It's like, no. Oh yeah. And he snaps one of these like little tiny things off. And as he does so, he then like sort of like crushes it up. And again, these kind of circuits kind of enter his arm as he then opens his hand. And these particles of the material that he used, which in this case is just cold iron, suddenly begin to sort of go into the air and then form these tiny little daggers that then create this cloud of a swirling vortex of bladed death in a 5-foot area that is now around that alarm.
The goblin with the stick is no longer interested in hitting the alarm. You have definitely persuaded him otherwise.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just Danros is just gonna be observing the fight. He's like, you got this, Rusty. You sure you're okay? Not too bunged up.
Oh, absolutely. He's just wanted to introduce me to his axe. I feel I should introduce him to my sword. They'll get along great together.
And you okay there, Ginger?
I am fine. Thank you very much.
Ginger, as a
Okay.
matter of fact, you're up next.
Excellent. So this goblin he's still in front of me is beginning to annoy me,
He really
and
wishes he wasn't.
I think I go at him with my rapier again. Encore une fois, monsieur. Oh,
Oh, he ducks.
oh, man. Somebody's been touching my dice rolling program or something. Okay.
Oh, I hate when people touch your dice rolling program.
Gonna do that one more. Encore une fois, one more time. Here we go.
Okay.
There we go.
That's
a little nicer.
Yes.
Okay.
What is your damage as you slice into him? Nine.
Total of 9. Nif.
9 is
Nif
great.
on the nose.
9 is great. He is definitely wounded. He's definitely bloodied. He's looking very miserable, very unhappy with life. This is not what he signed up for. Are you going to do anything else?
I
2 attacks.
am going to use my bonus action and just hide in the shadows while he is looking so confused.
Oh, that's easy enough. That's easy enough. His eyes are pretty much everywhere except in front of him. All right, so you are stealthing.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So you are trying to avoid being
Perfect.
seen there.
We.
And with that, the goblin gets to act. And the goblin's choice is, since he can't see you anymore, not that he was really looking, he just turns and legs it. He runs as fast as he can, tries to leap onto the crates nearby and make good his escape. He leaps amazingly well onto the top of the crates and continues his flight across the crates and tries to land on the other side, which he gets a natural 20 for. So like an acrobat, he has managed to get himself quite far away from this entire scene as he is shouting something in Goblin, which you fairly are certain translates into "I quit, I quit, I quit." Theoretically, you are hidden. You do get an attack of opportunity if you want to make it while he's running away. But that would reveal you.
That is okay. I will take that chance.
All right.
And in fact, what I just yep. We're just gonna continue with the rapier. Although I did briefly think it would be
his panic was greater than your blade, and thus he has vanished.
It must have been a very great panic indeed, because my blade, she is quite fine.
Indeed. Perhaps it was that he was distracted by another cat.
Yes, I've got my own ginger right here. This is Haggis. Would like
Love
more
me.
attention.
Do not play D&D, this silly game. All right, that takes us to the top of the round, and top of the round is Rusty. You are facing off against this rather unhappy brute. What are you doing?
I'm going to chat with him for a moment. I'm just going to say, oh, that is a fine axe. Oh, I feel, that's is that 90% iron? Oh, yes, no, very nice. Here, see what you think of mine. Basically, I'm tempted to like rage or something like that, just because here we are, but at the same time it's just one ogre. I don't really want to go all out on this, so I'm just gonna hit him. No, so reckless again. I'm always reckless unless I tell you otherwise, and in fact because of that, you should have had advantage. I don't know if you were paying attention to that when he attacked.
I was not. Thank you. I shall indeed.
So I'm thinking about that. But yeah,
If he lives long
as I
enough.
said, it's just one guy. I'm not going to worry about him.
Yeah.
So here we go. Well, oh, no, that was a 9.
Yeah, he blocks it with his 50% steel combo axe. His
13.
brain is still trying to work out the math. And a 13 blocks both of them somehow.
Wow, that is embarrassing. Okay, well, given that,
This is
basically,
not our finest moment.
no. So I mean, basically, the thing is, I say this polite thing. I say, "Oh, here, try mine," and he does. You know, he's got the hand of it apparently, and they're well introduced. So that's when I am going to rage, which for Rusty is essentially entering battle mode, and just like all the sort of various plates on his body go chunk, 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 and sort of expand out and puff up. And
we Tabaxi do much the same thing. It is a first thing with us, but it is quite impressive.
Exactly. Just to be ready for whatever he's got, coming for me.
Coming. All right. Well, it is indeed his turn, and what he has coming for you. Yeah. Let's see. So what he is going to do is he bellows loudly.
Oh.
And as he's bellowing, you can see that all the little goblins who are fleeing in terror have all suddenly stopped and are definitely turning around and will now start. His bellow is as loud as any gong or alarm on this side of the wall could possibly be. And so he has now bellowed, and with that, he swings his great axe at you, Rusty, and hits an armor class of a dirty 20.
That's fine. I'm actually going to do a little thing I have tucked up my sleeve. You see, I have this piece here that I actually took from a broken... it's an illusion thing. You wouldn't understand. But I'm activating a cloud rune, which says when a creature when me or a creature I can see within 30 feet of me is hit by an attack roll, I can use my reaction it has to be a creature different from the attacker. Is there any of these goblins within 30 feet of us?
Yes, there are about 30.
Well, closest goblin is getting hit by that attack instead of me.
Oh God, that was the one who ran away. He thought he was clear. He leapt. He was as graceful as a gazelle.
It's like the blade goes through. It goes through a little warp. I create a little whoop, and
what happens to him?
He gets hit by the attack.
Oh goodness! And takes how much damage?
However much damage the attack takes. You tell me. It's the ogre's axe.
From him. Right. Oh,
right. It's the ogre's axe. I'm just sort of saying, why don't you hit that guy over there instead of me?
Oh my goodness. That there is a goblin who is hiding behind a crate, and I'm like, I survived. And the next minute, this axe just appears through your gate, cuts him in half, leaves both halves still in salute as they split. And then the ogre who's trying to hit you looks at his axe and wonders why the hell he's fairly convinced he hit you and yet didn't do anything. So he's just going to try again, because that's as far as his brain will operate. The dice are being pretty kind for me tonight, I'm afraid. That's an 18 to hit.
18 is exactly what he needed. But this time I've got my rage up, so I only take half damage.
Nice. You take 8 points of damage. That is halved.
Okay.
And I realized he should have had advantage on those rolls, but he didn't take them because
he hit anyway.
Exactly.
So
there we go. All right, that is him done, which means it is Danras. Danras, you are very much aware that there are now about 30 goblins that are slowly starting to form a circle around you guys. And behind them, there must be maybe 15 orcs or so, and at least 3 other ogres currently lumbering towards you. Give me a perception check, if you please.
Because there is so much more to see here.
There's so much more to see.
Is this the one where you pretend that I'm your prisoner and you're goblins or something?
Yep. We call it we call it Belfast. Okay, we're going to do it like we did in Belfast. Yes. Okay.
Of course.
There is, and I must just make sure that everyone can see this. As you are looking around at the masses that are assembling, and I'm not going to put 50 tokens on the map, but it's just crazy.
I demand 50 tokens.
Yeah, if you're going to fight through all 50 tokens, it's going to be a boring stream and they won't invite you back.
I am beginning to doubt we will be invited back anyway, monsieur.
Well, perhaps not specifically. Anyway, as you were looking around, you can see in this mass of goblins to the northeast of you, there is one little goblin standing next to some torches and some crates that have got a tarpaulin draped over them. So you can see there the white sort of triangle of the drape hanging over quite a large collection of barrels and things. And then there's this little goblin, and the goblin seems to be doing something very different from everybody else. It appears as if that goblin is lighting some kind of explosive, and is also, you think, flirting with you or just winking at you. That's it.
Goblin.
Keith's got it.
Is very difficult to tell with goblins.
Absolutely. So Denras, what are you doing?
Well, Denras, seeing the goblin over there lighting a big barrel with fire, kind of, I've been here before. I kind of look around. I look at the surrounding people. I look at Rusty. Rusty, how banged up do you look? Are you okay?
I've taken about 30 points of damage. I'm pretty banged up. Well,
okay.
I can take more. I'm a pretty tough guy.
It's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the following. First of all, I'm going to use a move action to go stand behind Rusty, but like using Rusty as cover from the ogre. Then I'm going to use my sorcery point in order to cast my spell as a quickened spell. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at second level. You know what? Let's give you a third level. Why not? I'm not that I'm worried. I'm just cautious.
I appreciate it. I suppose at this point we should have some kind of, series of codes for actually how damaged I am. I'd be like, it's a Red Tuesday.
Well, I think it's more like the I'm fine means, I could use a spot of healing, it's like
Not bad
like,
at all means I'm falling apart, Yeah.
Yeah. Now I did get a decent number there with 15. However, I am a divine soul, having some religious power as my sorcerer, meaning that I can then also spend another point, which I will do so, in order to use my empowered healing ability and re-roll that one that I rolled on one of my healing dice, and that'll give you an extra 4 on top of that. So you've healed 19 hit points in total from that quick.
Thank you very much.
The way I'm flavoring it is I actually look around and I find like a bit of scrap, and I just go up to his back and just start bang, 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 bang.
Much better. Oh, that's the spot. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, very good. Oh,
Yeah.
that tickles.
Okay, just don't put too much pressure on this one, huh? Okay, and then and then as my regular action, I'm going to again look at the dude with explosives and take a big deep breath in. Mage armor, because I don't want to die.
Ginger.
Hey, Uncle McGrath, that Warforge has a bad motivator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea how much damage is coming our way.
What kind of junk is being pushed on us? All right, what we got?
Exactly.
How far is the goblin with the explosives?
The goblin with the explosives from you. I will just quickly take the measurement. It is, thanks Dungeon Fog, it's 49.25 feet away.
Ah, thank God. Because if it had only been 49 feet, that would be a totally different scenario.
Absolutely. Different story.
But
Yeah, so he's
they are
50 feet
level,
away.
but also a level below us, or on the same level?
So you are on a slightly raised platform, so he's
Okay.
slightly below you. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to sneak attack the ogre who has been mauling mon ami.
Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. All right.
So again, with the rapier emerging from the shadows. Oh,
You have advantage on your attacks.
I do. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
20.
Whoa!
Is that a
Whoa!
critical? Yeah, that's a critical.
That is.
That's a critical.
That is mon ami. Okay. We slice him, we dash him. We have the ogre confit for dessert, mes amis. So let's see. Initial damage is 13. Nice. And but that's without the +4, so that would just be a 10, wouldn't it? The second,
in terms of,
well, for the damage, the second, the getting the critical hit first time.
yes, it's double the dice and then just a single modifier add.
Okay. So that is then there would be a 6 the second time.
6.
Minor technical thing, since you're using the new tool. When you're using D&D Beyond, if you click on the little crossed swords all the way at the left of your attack, it will roll both attack and damage at the same time, which is what I've been doing. So it just sort of saves you a step there, and it would have like calculated in the fact that you got a critical hit for you and stuff like that. So just saying, save you time in the future.
Entertainment
this modern
and
world.
Education. That's what you're gonna get. That's what
this is wonderful.
Get. That's it.
And then I'm going to do a second attack.
Absolutely.
And I've got a D20 in my hand. just old habits die hard.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm trying to click on the crossed weapons there, but they're not doing anything. Let's just bring up the rapier. So let me just go straight back to the 19 to hit.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
11 damage.
It's good damage. Good damage. The ogre is taking it in his stride, however. He seems fairly unfazed by your slashing from the shadows.
Did you get sneak attack damage on him?
I did not.
No. Yeah,
no,
just saying.
I did not.
I mean,
Thank you.
I appreciate you're just
thank you,
being nice about it, but I'm right here trying to draw his attention.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So
5d6 both times. Wait, does sneak attack count for both attacks?
No, just one.
Just one. Okay, so 1, 2.
I am put in mind of the Order of the Stick early on, where they have the whole thing where he'd be a great fighter if he was just a little better with the math.
That's 16.
16.
Here we are.
The ogre is no longer unfazed by your small little scratches and is now very much concerned about what is going on.
And I am going to use my bonus action to hide again.
You hiding in plain sight.
Is everyone hiding behind Rusty? Because I like the idea that you're both just popping out.
I was more thinking I'm behind him, just sort of ducking. It's like he turns around. Oh no, where has he gone?
It's at that point that the little goblin that was holding the explosive throws the explosive. And it sails through the air and lands rather curiously just behind the ogre. But the impression that I suppose Rusty, well, I suppose all of you get,
Yes.
is that that's exactly where he wanted it to land.
Oh, oops, he missed. Poor guy.
Yeah, that seems to be what he's saying to the rest of his comrades as suddenly there is an explosion. I do need Rusty and
Yes.
Ginger to please give me dexterity saving throws.
I assume I can see the, yes, I'm
can.
aware of the attack, so I have advantage.
I'm
61.
taking cover.
All right, so what did we get for the dex checks? 16 for Ginger and 21? 21 for Rusty. That's fantastic. All right, so you both take half damage, although this is...
And I have resistance.
Fire damage. Do you have resistance to that? Perfect.
I have resistance to everything but psychic.
So then you don't take any damage, or do you take quarter damage?
Oh, I think I take quarter damage.
Okay. All right. Great. So
Can I use uncanny dodge to lower that even further?
You can. Uncanny dodge is it's either half or nothing, right?
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack.
He's not attacking you. You're just being hit by shrapnel and explosive. Sadly.
Do you have evasion?
You should have been evasion at level 7.
Yep.
So that should be feet.
So make a dex
evasion.
saving throw.
Yeah, when you take a dex saving throw, it only take half damage. You take no damage.
There we go. There we go. So
just me.
You take
quarter
12.
Damage.
12
That's
damage.
Still pretty impressive. So 48
Absolutely.
if it had done nothing. Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
That's a nice bomb.
That's a nice bomb. There is no ogre left. There is a very fine red rain and chunks in
I
all
love
directions.
that song.
Also, I'm afraid the chunk, basically that chunk of metal that the grass stuck on my back, like sort of blunk, falls back off. Sorry.
It's fine. It's just scrap metal, yeah? I'll find you a new one, a better one. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna grab the ogre's axe. I can use this.
Sure. You grab the ogre's axe. Now, it is Rusty's turn. Rusty, you can see that there is a large amount of black smoke that has been generated by this ogre being blown to pieces in all different directions. The goblins that were amassing have all thrown themselves onto the deck, onto the dust floor, I should say. And there is a great amount of panic and confusion happening, except for the winking goblin, who is frantically pointing towards the crates with the white canvas on them. Seems to be indicating this kind of frantic pointing.
Do we go into them, or do we open them, or do we burn them? Because I could do any of those.
Well, I think we don't stand here. Huh? I think we trust a friend with the large explosives for now.
All right, so climb into them, and he'll move us or something.
Yeah. Under the sheet.
I will extinguish my sword.
Right, good call. And are you going to run forward?
Yeah.
Ginger is going to leap off the platform and head directly to the goblin with the boom boom machines.
Danras, you following suit?
I'm grabbing the large axe for scrap metal to help Rusty later on. And I'll just drag it with me. Okay.
All right. You drag it with you as you rush to this canvas. The goblin pulls the canvas up, and you can see that the crates have been arranged in such a way as to create a small little chamber within that is big enough for all of you to fit into. And as you are rushing past him, he is hissing, keep quiet, for heaven's sakes, keep quiet, please, or we're all dead." That's what he's shouting. As you,
I shall seek out friends with more quiet explosives.
All right. And with that, we're out of combat, and you find yourselves in this small, cramped little space with a very nervous goblin with big eyes and slick back hair. And he, lowering the canvas, pushes some crates in front of the entrance that you came in on, and then very quickly pulls out a little black scarab, which, as he pulls it out, he whispers something to it and drops it on the ground, and it sort of scurries up onto the side of the wall. And he says, "All right."
Smash it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
Ow.
I was like,
Got
reach out.
another one?
Danrest puts his. Danrest grabs his hand and pulls it down as he raises.
Yes, yeah. Carry on.
We could speak freely now. They won't be able to hear us. I thought you were going to do the whole Trojan ship thing, sailing in through the doors. I kept them left open for you.
Isn't that what we did?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's exactly what we did. It was a Trojan ship. The ship went there, then they sank the ship that, we weren't on, and now we're here.
Yes, but the entire camp now knows that there are people around who cut the legs off of bleeding ogres. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right.
In retrospect, perhaps we should have thought about this a little more.
Well, to
We
be fair,
destroyed the alarm, though, so they don't know.
Oh, speaking of, I turn off the knives.
No one will know.
you think they wouldn't notice that we're under attack by the fact that an ogre just blew up?
Well, they
Could be a
sank the
workplace accident.
Well, this is true, but keeping in mind, I mean, there was an explosion. There is no ogre. There is also no us. How you say this is just everyone is dead. Explosions worked. Good job, all the guards.
Right. Okay. I don't think
I
you
was right there. Yeah. Go on.
sincerely understand how Citadel security works, but that's okay. We're here now, and that's the important thing. I mean, it was suicide to try this rescue in the first place. I am glad that you got my message, though. So, my name's Squalb, as a matter of fact. Don't tell me your names, that way if they capture me and torture me, I can't give away your identities. That, and I don't really care. So, you're here to rescue the prince,
My
is
name's
that right?
Ginger.
You're what?
I'm Ginger.
Really? I would have thought the cat had that name. All right, well...
I'm Rusty.
Oh,
And you
you're
can
not
call me
supposed to tell
Legras.
my
Wait.
name.
Wait a minute.
Hang on a moment.
As
I've
long
worked
as
it
we're
out.
not using our actual names, it should be fine.
Oh, hang on a moment. I catch what you're throwing. All right, I'll go along with it. But I have to know, if you guys are the diversion, where are the real heroes breaking in on? Because, I mean, are they going to try and scale the south wall?
Sure. Let's scale the south wall.
Life is a series of disappointments, mon ami.
Wait, you are not the diversion. You are the actual heroes.
Yes.
C'est vrai.
Yeah. We are. The diversion were the dozens of dead sailors that are now at the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
Mm.
The king chose to send the three of you to rescue his only heir and son.
We
got
said the same
massive-
thing. I thought the king was mad when he asked for Rusty to cross an ocean.
Could we
His
go
name is
out-
Rusty.
Could we go out and try again? Do you think? Just do it over?
You can
Get
literally
another ship?
watch. You watch as the migraine just ripples across his temple as his blood vessels just start to throb. No, you can't try and storm the castle again.
It doesn't work that way. It was once more unto the breach, not 3 or 4 times unto the breach.
You just seem very disappointed at our first breach. I mean, we're
to be fair, that was after 4 or 6 breaches. They said that. It was the 5th or 6th.
Okay, all right, fine. Look, whatever. All right, you're here to rescue the prince. That's the important thing, right? His safety, yeah?
Sure, yes.
Now, you've got an exit strategy, haven't you?
Of course, we exit. That's the strategy.
Although we probably need to find a boat now. We did destroy our last one.
Okay, all right, okay.
Can the prince swim?
You want to swim across miles and miles and miles of the treacherous old ocean, which myself, the narrator, and your own experience indicated was highly dangerous.
Okay, no need to get all upset.
It's fine. I was going to go with you to show you where the prince's cells are, but I will now be the one responsible for trying to help the heroes escape from their own rescue. Anyway, it's fine.
Thank you for that.
There are a couple of little ships. I mean, they won't notice. An ogre's just blown up. Why would they notice if I was stealing a ship? You know, it's fine. And the doors are open anyway. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, great.
Here, I'm gonna give him some rations. Like, just as a treat. Just here, eat something. It'll help you calm down. I think your blood sugar is a little low.
My mother says that all the time, he says, and he starts munching on on one of the bits. These are not bad, actually. You've got more of these. Have you had...
Yeah, here you go.
We're getting distracted again. How on earth did you even get this far? All right, so...
It was a boat. The boat brought us this far. The one down there.
Yeah, that sank. Yeah.
We came in that piece of junk.
Yeah.
We are braver than you thought.
Believe you me, that was not what I was thinking. Anyway, the prince is being held in, obviously, one of the prison cells, which is not particularly difficult to get to. All right? Where we happen to be, all you need to do is make your way across the courtyard, as quiet as you possibly can, and you will find a spiral staircase which goes down. Go down all the way to the 99th floor, and there you will find the cells. You have to be careful because the entrance will lead you into kind of like the warden's hangout spot. All right? Be discreet. You are in the middle of a fortress filled with goblins and orcs who are now very twitchy over the fact that one of their comrades just exploded.
Could you pretend you were taking me prisoner?
Well, I could, except that I've got to go and get you your exit out of here, don't I?
Oh, that's right. Could they pretend they were taking me prisoner?
The Tabaxi...
Like they've showed up and gotten a job here in the prison? Is there some kind of discrimination policy? They don't hire Tabaxi?
No, definitely not. The Dark Lord is an equal opportunities employer. Absolutely, thank you very much. No, we will. That's actually not. That's not a very bad idea, actually. Well, I don't know, because it's a bad idea. It sounds like a cliched one to me. But you know what? Let's go with it. Why not? Let's go with the old prisoner ruse. The ship ruse didn't work. Right. Literally, I need something to write with. Has anyone got any paper or scrap of cloth, some ink?
Maybe. I have like 100 iron spikes in my bag of holding if you need something.
Not often that we write warrant of arrests on iron spikes.
I have smithing tools and a chisel.
I have a forgery
clay
kit.
tablets went out of fashion about 1,000 years ago. Sorry.
I have a forgery kit. I believe you can make very.
There we go.
Very
should have led with that
convincing.
one, right? Okay. Right, give me that piece of paper. Right. So you're taking the big rusty giant thing as a prisoner, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
What would your cover story be? What are you? Bounty hunters? Mercenaries?
Bounty hunters. That sounds good. I mean, we don't need scum like that, but it happen.
Yeah, we prefer just villainy. So, all right, okay. Bounty hunters it is. Right, so these bounty hunters are escorting this giant to level 99 for lockup. Do not kill them. Right. Squab.
Ginger, are you a charismatic source?
Could you possibly underline "do not kill them"? Just
Yeah.
making sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Underlined. And he sort of underlines it as best he can. Right. This should work. I mean, why not? Make sure that you give these to one of the goblins and not the orcs. Yeah? The orcs can't read. They'll probably just eat this. Definitely don't give it to one of the ogres.
How are you at deception, John?
I am not the greatest. It's not terrible, but for a swashbuckling rogue, it's not fantastic.
That's okay. I am very glib, and I think I can work my way. I mean, actually, I've got an idea. I'm gonna take some like rough iron struts, and I'm going to like make a very, very crude pair of dentures and make myself look like a Earth Genasi orc, and just sort of. There we go. Can't tell the difference now.
Very convincing. Who are you? I better get the orc. Sorry. Sorry, it was so convincing. I almost chopped you in half there.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Do we have time to take a short rest in our little box here before we head on, or do we need to go straight?
Take a short rest as
Okay.
Squab laments the state of heroes.
I am going
Questions his
to
life choices.
do a couple of hit dice.
As
All
you
right,
are
so
taking
there's
your
12
short rest.
from there.
And to take a short rest, I don't think it really affects you too much, Ginger, but there is a tick box that just says short rest if you needed to do it. Alrighty. So with
All right, I'm rolling a bunch of hit
Danaras
dice.
looking like a trap-jawed grey Genasi thing, are you, as you're about to leave, the Squab says, if you've taken him prisoner, shouldn't he be tied up?
Oh yeah.
I thought you were going to make like a little fake set of manacles or something. Something like that.
Oh, it's fine. What we'll do is we'll just tie you up in rope and just cut partway through it so you can just snap them off when you need to.
Okay. I have some manacles in my bag of holding in case we wanted them. I mean,
yeah, but those are real manacles.
They are real manacles. It's true. I mean, but and we'll use the rope. You're right. I mean, they're actually pretty good manacles. What can I say? I have a little fun with them.
It is so hard to find a real manacle these days.
Yeah.
Squab is speechless. He is literally just watching this interplay. As soon as you're ready to leave, just let me know and I'll...
Yep.
Everything already. Rusty, you looking okay?
Yeah. I patched. I took the axe you had brought and just sort of stuck some pieces on. Feeling good. Feeling good.
Yeah.
On y va, mes amis.
So I'm going to have the boat ready and waiting for you outside at the same place that you came in on. Do you remember where that was?
Across the ropes down there. Ballista bolts. We're going to have to shoot a ballista bolt out to get out there?
No. Just, I'm sure you can figure a way to just get off the wall down to the boat.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
We can do that.
Yeah. Something like that. All right. Well, I'd say best of luck, but I'm not sure if that would help. Have fun storming the castle.
Thank you, Squab.
Would take a miracle.
And with that, he pulls the crates aside, lifts up the canvas, sort of looks around, gives you the all clear, and then he disappears into into the darkness that is consuming this camp. Torches have been lit to try and provide some illumination, but from where you are, you easily can slip between the palisade walls of this dock area and into the darkness that cloaks around you. Are you heading directly to where Squab indicated you should go, and how are you doing this if you are?
I'm not. First thing I'm doing is I'm going, oh, Squab, you forgot your... Oh, he's gone. I take the black scarab that he left on the wall. Yeah. I put it in my pocket.
All right.
Secondly, I will...
I like that.
Secondly, I will say, all right, now listen. I didn't want to say this while Squab was here because he seemed like a really nice kid. I also have a scroll of fabricate. I could build us a boat if he fails us. It just takes a long time to make it, and I just, if we could find us a boat, it'll save me some time. Because boats aren't swords, and I make swords, I just can't have things going around that, Danras Legrace of all people make, boats. So just so you guys know that, if I'm in trouble and I'm attacked by people, don't leave me, save me, because I am your way out as well,
I also have the answer right here if we want to know if this was a good idea or not. I have the scroll that answers a question, so we could ask. We probably should have done it before we started.
That would have been a really good idea. Yeah,
I'm just saying. But if a question comes up later, I have an answer. It's right.
I assumed you were holding a pickle.
No, yeah, I mean that too. I do have a pickle, but
yes. No, we're not carrying the pickles. We're in one right now. That's
I have a scroll of questions. Yes. All right,
okay.
Let's.
I have a good feeling about this.
Yes. Now we gotta find the courtyard. He said, I think it's this way.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Come on, you filthy giant metal
prisoner.
Man prisoner. Yes. Definitely very scary.
Okay. Well, with your deception supposedly in place, you start wandering across the courtyard. Orcs and goblins are swarming all over the place. The alarms have been raised, unfortunately. They do not just dismiss a sudden, spontaneous, exploding ogre. So they are all on hyper alert. And as you are making your way across the courtyard, it's impossible for people not to see your little convoy. And this very large orc, who looks quite self-important, steps forward and says, "Oi! Stop! Who are you?"
Me or him?
You idiot. Why would I care who the giant is? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm one of the bounty hunters that come in. We have found, we were here for a bounty, or at least to pick one up, and then there was all this commotion. We, decided to show how, useful we were, and we captured this bloody intruder. Some little bloke named, Squim Squam. Yeah, he told us to take him to the prisons on level 99 and to show the scrap of paper, but we orcs, we can't read, you see. And it says something about it, and there's his little handprint right there, as you can see.
He looks at you, and you can see on his face he's like, I've never seen an orc that's grey, stony, and with a metal jaw before, but he's not bright enough to figure out what else you might be. And he looks at the paper, he looks at you. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Or a deception check. Your choice, with advantage.
Persuasion, please. Oh, god damn it. That is I rolled a 3, but I got a 10. So, I mean...
You do have advantage.
With advantage. He said with advantage.
Oh, do I have...
Yes.
Oh, I do have advantage. Okay.
Yes.
Ha 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 ha. Ha ha, 21.
Ha ha, that's much better. Initially, he kind of looked at the paper, he looked at you, and you didn't think that he was going to buy it. But as a goblin walked past, the goblin looked up and went, "Oh yeah, that's authentic, boss." and then disappears back into the crowd. And the orc looks at it, looks back at you. All right, you know how to get to 99.
Oh, of course, it's next to 98, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, I think so.
I just go down the stairs.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll wait down the stairs then.
That makes an enormous amount of sense.
Yeah. Good job arresting one of the interlopers.
Oh, no worries. Just remember when the times come for pay, just how helpful and how useful we are, yeah?
What's your name?
My name is Dangrace Leras.
Doesn't sound very orcish to me.
Yeah, I killed an elf and stole his name. Because, he didn't have much money on him, so I figured I'd take that.
That confuses him. And he kind of just wanders off going, I don't know what on earth is going on here. Excuse me. All right. And with that, you get to the stairs and you start going down these stairs. And there are passageways that spider off in all different directions as you wind yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into the heart of the citadel. Every now and again, a squad of orcs or goblins thunder past you, carrying weapons and shouting out and strange things. Does anybody speak goblin or orc?
I do.
Are you fluent in the 6 million forms of communication?
I speak bocce.
Oh, well,
I speak
that's
giant and goblin. I didn't actually want giant. I just had trouble with my character sheet, and that's what I ended up with.
Well, both of those come in handy, a goblin more so. It definitely sounds to your ears as these squads are thundering past and moving around and that sort of thing, that they are on high alert. Apparently people have broken in. Go ahead and give me an insight check, though, if you would, please.
I have advantage on insight.
You are a very insightful being.
That would be a 25, which incidentally is a natural 20.
Another natural 20. We get to use that thing, which I enjoyed using. Did it? It didn't.
It didn't really boom. I mean, it's not showing my roll. That's still the old roll, but maybe I have to say okay here. I don't know. Did that do it?
It's
you
rolling,
see the roll?
Unfortunately, it just shows the last roll. So you rolled the natural 20 and then the 17 afterwards.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
all good.
fair enough.
It's all good.
All right. I'm very insightful. People don't think about it because I'm mean.
Mean outer shell, deep insight core. There we go. Yeah. It sounds to you like these goblins and orcs and things are being sent in various different directions, as if there are perhaps 5 or 6 different groups assailing the citadel all at once, because you hear some of them running past going, he's in the North Tower, we've been told we're being attacked by 3 of them in the North Tower. And another group will pass you going, we've heard that they're in the West Tower, and that sort of thing. So it sounds like they have no idea where you are.
Okay. So either Squab is a genius, or I hate to suggest this, maybe we're the distraction. Anyhow, I'll relay that to them. They're all running away.
All right, well,
keep going.
Yeah, we keep going. it's like another good call. But, yeah, just let me know if they say something in Orcish, because I don't speak Orcish, just so you know.
I don't speak Orcish either. It's got to be Goblin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a pain. It's 2 different languages. It's just kind of like, what, are they can't talk to each other? I mean, I don't know.
They just can't talk to each other.
That's it.
Your final descent gets you to the lowest level that you can possibly go to on this particular stairwell, and the crude stonework indicates this is probably a very old part of the citadel, very, very rough and ready. And further to that, the stairs terminate in a very well-built door. Brass or bronze or something along those lines, but whatever it was has been over the ages corrupted and corroded.
How far down do we think we are?
You estimate you've probably gone down maybe, I don't know, 40 or 50 floors, give or take, even though this was 99. So 500 or 600 feet, maybe, somewhere along those lines.
I'm not saying Rusty is going to be like every 3 or 4 flights being like, are we there? Is this it? It's 99. But he is. So sorry about that, guys. So we finally get to the door and he's like, we got it. Here we are, 99.
99.
Danras's eyes have definitely glazed over at some point.
On the other side of the door, you can definitely hear, is it the last rites or someone being told something quite harshly? This is in common, however. And it's definitely an orc who's speaking. And it sounds a bit like a triumphant victory speech. We've hunted you for years. And now look at yourself, pathetic. About to drop and stretch, as they say. Not so valiant now, are we? Are you making that sound effect, or are you just hoping that that's what the door is doing for dramatic?
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what the door is as we're opening it.
My friend, what was in those rations you ate?
Sorry.
I got the oil right here. Here, you can put the oil on the hinges.
Sorry, don't mind us just passing through.
Right, so you say. Okay, I have got a map for you, which
I don't like maps. Maps means fight.
You don't like maps? I spent hours making these maps.
That's true. But you know what? Who makes good maps is of course Dungeon Fog, because they're awesome maps and amazing maps, and they help us buy time by telling you about Dungeon Fog, which is a great map maker that you can go and check out, because it's filled with awesome, cool, wonderful tools that you can use as a virtual tabletop, even though it's not one. But even though it freezes, you can still have them made and prepare them.
Have fun.
And have fun.
So yes, the map will come back at some point, and you open.
You know what a good website while you're waiting for a map is dorktower.com. DORKTOWER.com. While you are waiting for your map, beautiful map, you can click over to dorktower.com.
I love it. Right. The doorway opens and you see a small corridor of no more than 10 feet leading up to a set of stairs. The stairs go up 5 feet and then to a door that is ajar, slightly open. And on the other side, you can see what looks to be a stone platform. From this angle, you can see that there is a wooden structure that has been built onto that platform. It kind of looks like a tower or something along those lines. You can see the legs of a horse and the boots of an orc standing directly in front of said horse. But that's what you can see from here, from this particular vantage point.
Okay.
Horse.
I would stride in dramatically, but I'm a prisoner, so you know.
Well, I mean, okay, so do we need to go into that room in order to get to the stairs?
Yeah, because of the stairs going up, you're looking down the passageway, and you've got to look up slightly to see through the doorway, and that's why you're seeing this sort of weird structure that's been built.
Okay, cool.
Well,
if we have to go that way, yeah, we'll go that way.
It is the only way that you can progress unless you want to go back up the stairs.
No, it is the way.
This is the way. And so you head along the passageway. Are you going quietly or not so quietly?
Not so quietly. No, not at all.
All right.
No.
And you get to the slightly open door, which you can push aside quite easily. And as you do so, you are greeted by a sight. I'm not sure what sort of sight it would be to the three of you. Perhaps it is a common one. Perhaps it is not a common one. But there is a stone platform about 15 feet across and 5 foot raised off of the ground. And on that stone platform, there is a very large and rather curiously designed set of gallows. That's the wooden structure that you saw. With head in noose, looking rather unhappy with itself, is a fairly large 16 hands high warhorse. It is standing on what appears to be a rather large trapdoor. Standing next to the warhorse is a small goblin with bright green hair and more saddlebags on her chest than the horse has on his flanks, and she is holding a lever, or lever, depending. Now, in front of her, standing on the platform, looking very proud of himself, is this orcish commander of sorts, wearing quite fancy battle armor, and he is the one who's in the middle of the speech going, "And when you rode into that battle, I bet you didn't think that you were going to be the one who ends up Hello? Who are you?" he says as he looks over at the three of you.
Oh, just taking a prisoner.
Prisoner exchange. Bill. Oh,
Yeah.
fine.
Are you hanging that horse?
The orc looks at you. Yes.
Why?
I asked
first.
Wait, I know this one. Double jinx on you. You have to make my bed for the next 3 weeks.
Shit. I mean, yay. I mean, damn it. Okay, yes, fine.
Right.
All right. Well, look, we're here for the prisoner transfer. We're just passing through, and well, we're trying to get down to floor 99, and we got down to here, and then now the stairs going up, so we're just gonna keep following it. But
This is 99.
oh, it is 99. I swear
Yeah.
we only came down 40 flights of stairs.
Yeah, well, it gets confusing because there's 40 up above us, isn't it? So you came in mid-level. Only they didn't number
right.
that. It's not important. Look, I'm about to hang this horse. Can your prisoner just take a seat on the bench there next to Grog, right? He indicates
right,
to a
sir.
bench to your right, where you can see a rather large, very heavily chained individual sitting in nothing but a helmet, which has two large spiky horns coming off of the top of it. Very well-muscled individual. Hands manacled.
I'll sit next to him. What are you in for?
I'm a prisoner of war. They took me at the Battle of Frugenhorg.
Yeah. Oh, I
And
had
yourself?
Frugenberg. That was a rough time.
Yeah, we thought we had them, but fool on us. They had us.
Ginger is going to stealthily try and move behind the goblin with their hands on the lever or lever, unnoticed.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check, if you please.
Okay.
Can I help with this by having Danras, once Rusty's sat down, kind of like tie Rusty to the thing and then make his way over to the orc that's standing there, just kind of like trying to draw attention. He's being very loud, like, his footsteps are heavy, his like, it's almost obnoxiously moving around this room.
You can. You can indeed.
Excellent.
So you have advantage on your stealth check there, Ginger, although not that you really need it.
Yep, 19 is the first.
19.
And
Spectacular. All right. On a 19, you certainly can. I've got a sort of a map up and running again. So there you can see the stone platform with stairs leading up to it, with the horse about to be hung or hanged by the neck, with the little goblin and the...
it is a very well hung horse.
He likes to think so. So we've got Ginger sort of sneaking up the side there. And we've got Rusty sitting next to the naked barbarian. And then we've got you tromping around making loud noises.
Heading up to the orc.
Heading up to the orc. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the orc, once he's sort of satisfied that you've sat down, turns back to the horse. Right, where were we? Oh, yes, the hanging. Do you have anything to say? He says, looking at the horse. The horse just stares blankly at him.
And does not say nay.
It does not. It misses that comedic opportunity. Sadly. Silly horse. But then again, that's what you get for, hiring a horse. It just looks at him blankly. Right, that's what I thought. Matilda, when you're ready.
Well, so I got a question real quick.
Oh, Matilda's
Yeah,
like, And they both look at you, Danras.
What did
Ginger,
this
by the
horse
way.
do to? Oh, yeah, go on.
No. I'm just Ginger. If the goblin, if Matilda makes a move,
Yes.
Ginger is just going to leap into action.
Fantastic. And I'm assuming it either is going to stop her somehow.
Yes. Yes.
Back to your
Danras
question.
is. Oh yeah, Danras, as he's asking this question, is going to kind of wipe his eyebrows and kind of like away from their eye, but close so that Rusty can see. I'm going to be like using my thumb to gesture at the barbarian next to him, like like as I'm talking, just surreptitiously, suggesting things about the other barbarian. And he says, "What exactly did this horse do to you to warrant a hanging?"
I do not have enough time to go into telling you what this horse did.
Well,
Suffice it to say, it grieved my clan significantly. And more importantly, the Dark Lord has decided that this here beast is not worth the effort of keeping it alive. Too troublesome. Might be rare, might be one of a kind, but you know what? His lordship doesn't care. And if his lordship doesn't care, then I don't care. So, there you go.
So,
Well, I mean,
Danras, were you suggesting I let the guy out? What was the suggest? Yeah, okay. So Rusty will sort of break out of his crappy manacles slightly and be, pull out a hand axe, be like sort of cutting through the while Danras is drawing all this attention.
Sure, I like that. Are you trying to do it surreptitiously?
I think I am trying to do it surreptitiously. I got advantage on sleight of hand. I can give it a try.
Go ahead.
All right.
Right, so that answers your question.
18.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
No one notices you very, very quickly sort of slicing open the barbarian's bonds there. And that's going to get him...
Well, see, the only reason I ask is because you see, this gallows was built back when this whole platform, this area was made, and it's designed for smaller kind of creatures. If it were to fall, right, I mean, it's quite large. You sure it would hang and not just pull its neck up a little bit?
We have taken the necessary precautions.
But you sure? I mean, the last thing you need is to, have this horse just, kind of there and then have to do this all again. Have you tested it? Have you hung another horse?
You're new here, aren't you? Do you see many horses on a ocean-locked citadel?
Well, there's one right here in front of me now. I mean, I'm already surprised as
All right,
is.
well, then we're going to test it on the one that's right here. And if it doesn't work, then we'll bring the one that's right here back so we can hang it proper once we've done it right.
Yeah, but how are you going to know if it's going to be done proper right? I mean, the first time it might get clued onto it. I mean, look at it. It's calm now. It's big, doughy eyes. It's super easy to hang. Once it knows what you're going to do, it's going to just kick up and be ornery. I mean, what about that guy? I point... Oh, no, actually, can we see that ogre that's, over there?
No, that is a product of not being able to see through doors.
Okay,
So
yeah, cool.
there
In
is
which case, I'll say, oh, what about one of the ogres? They're about the size of a horse, you know? Have you tried to hang one of them?
Why would I hang an ogre?
I'm still wondering why you're trying to hang a horse.
I told you already. That's it. Matilda, do it.
Gingy.
She says, and Ginger leaps into action.
Yeah,
What do you do?
when have you ever seen a cat stalking something? Ginger has been in this house position trying to keep the tail from wagging too obviously, and just leaps immediately and rapier out. If there was a choice, it would be going for the goblin's hand, which is reaching for the lever.
Oh, absolutely.
But yes, so and got
a
an
hit.
18.
Absolutely. A hit.
And now, could I have used a sneak attack on that?
Yes, she was not paying attention to you at all.
Excellent. Okay, so initial damage is 11, but let us get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll. Whoa! 31 total damage. 11 plus 20.
How do you finish off poor Matilda?
Just the lever hand comes right off, and twirling around, I'm doing the little Zorro, but slashing the M into their chest as Ginger does a little pirouette and takes a bow afterwards.
She's shocked, drops, and gives you no applause.
Ah, what is the sound of one goblin hand clapping?
Exactly. With that, the orc captain goes into panic mode, and can we please have initiative from everybody?
All right. 20. Getting pretty damn good initiative rolls for a guy who's not actually very fast.
Ginger is the opposite, 10. Ginger is just too excited with what just happened. Is not really preparing for the next step.
It's just not ready.
Yes.
Yeah. I got an 11. I think this is the same turn order for us as we got last time.
Yes, it is, actually. So, Rusty, you're up first.
All right. Stand up and draw my sword. Use free action to ignite sword. And it looks like I can move 15 feet and get up to that captain.
Oh, sure. 5, 10, 15. Absolutely.
So I'll suggest be perfect for smacking a captain. Excuse me, I wasn't a prisoner. And
Well, now we have to kill him.
Yeah. Is he wearing armor?
Yes, he is. I will tell you what height of armor he was wearing. It was not very good armor. It looks like old-fashioned hide armor of some sort.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna go for fun here. So again, reckless. Unless I say otherwise, I'm always reckless. 16.
16 is a hit.
24 points of damage.
24.
Mm-hmm.
You cut him deep, but he's still standing.
That's why I have a second attack.
Yes.
This one I'm going to be a little more careful about, and so I'm not doing Great Weapon Master on that. I still got a 16, but I only did 17 points of damage.
But only 17 points of damage?
Yeah.
You slice back and cut him, and he drops. He is out. He is gone.
I
absolutely
was
destroyed.
just trying to be polite about it. No, sorry. They don't make them like they used to.
Nope.
Sorry, Dan Raz.
Really
I think I broke him.
I think he's done. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna go free this horse real quick.
So, excuse me, says the barbarian who's now cut free.
Yeah.
Is this you're rescuing us? Is that right?
We had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
This is some rescue, yes.
I'm rescuing this horse.
I'm gonna toss a hand axe. I have 3 hand axes. I'll toss a hand axe to the barbarian.
He's chained up. Don't throw your axe. Oh, Jesus.
He's not chained anymore.
I unchained him.
He was unchained. It would have been a short story. So you chuck him a hand axe. He grabs it. This is not the weapon that malfunctioned, causing you to cut the orc in half?
No, that's this one, the burning one. See, it's on
Okay,
fire.
you can keep that one.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, well, then I'm grateful for the rescue.
We've got to rescue Prince Ale.
Oh, you're after him?
For some reason. Yes.
Ale? Yeah,
Any
he's
advice?
down the corridor down there, but you should be aware there's some guards down that way. They're quite good guards.
Okay, why don't you?
Good guard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
we should use get help.
Sure. I'm big.
Okay,
Should I go through the door? What should I do? Mm-hmm.
No, okay. Just stand here and wait for the ambush. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna free the horse. Right. It's very imperative the horse is free. I then grab the body.
The horse.
Yeah, I grab the body of the orc like sort of slung him over my shoulder, and then I drag him to the door out of here, and I yell out, "Help! Somebody get help!"
So just to be clear, are you going to this door here, where I've moved you
Yes.
here? Okay, all right.
Yep,
So that leads to the
that door.
cells. Yeah, you're shouting help with a dead orc over your shoulder. All right, that's what you are doing. Rusty, what are you doing?
Well, I just killed the guy. I mean,
Indeed.
I think it's Ginger, isn't it?
We're out of combat at this particular
Oh,
moment.
okay. Alright.
And you've got Danris shouting for help.
Okay, and we've helped the
horse is free. The barbarian is free. Yeah.
The door is the direction that he said they were going. So I'm going to sort of go and stand on the sort of opposite, like a little further up. Yeah, like that. So like if someone comes up seeing him, I'm slightly out of sight.
All right. The barbarian will do the same thing. Ginger, what are you doing?
I am going to. Well, I would like to examine the horse, maybe just try and see what makes this horse so special.
The horse is very delicately making his way down the stairs, and when he gets to the top of the platform, he looks back at you and he says, "Ride me."
And Ginger will jump up with a certain amount of panache. Though Ginger has got no animal handling skills whatsoever. It seems natural and swashbucklery.
Absolutely. Natural and swashbucklery, as they say. All right,
Which
so
is
you are
my
riding...
other law firm.
I was hoping as you leapt onto the horse, there would be a whirl of magical energy and you would become a cat centaur. Rusty has a big imagination. What can I say?
Rusty is he's vivid. All right, so Dag, you're busy shouting that, Danras, and sure as crumpets, this very large ogre sticks his head through the door. What's all the noise?
Help, intruders! Intruders, they're over there. There's a cat on a horse. He's killing everyone. Get him quick!
Oh. He lumbers past all of you towards the horse, completely oblivious of what's set up on either side of him. Are you all attacking?
Yeah.
Yes. I assume so.
Please.
There is no need to make rolls on this one. This orc, this ogre, he's got some hit points, but I suspect you would all eviscerate him in a moment. However, I do need Ginger, your wonderful animal handling value that you don't have. So what I need you to do then is instead to give me an acrobatics check, as you have to hold on.
That should not be a problem. 21.
21. As the ogre is being cut into pieces by the Rusty and the barbarian and Danras, the horse shouts, "Charge!" and just leads the charge down the passageway with Ginger shouting that, apparently. And the horse makes his way all the way down the passage. And you see a very startled orc standing, turning around as you are charging towards him. The horse shouts, "Cut him down."
Excellent. Yes.
You pull your
Ginger
rapier out?
The rapier's been out the whole time. He is twirling it around. That's only a 13, I'm afraid.
Yep, that unfortunately is not great. The orc sort of ducks below you as you and the horse canter past frantically. Right, that's what's happening down that way. Up here, you guys are busy slaughtering this ogre. He doesn't last long enough.
And as we rush past the orc, can I turn around though and fire with my short bow?
Yes, if you're going to drop your rapier.
I thought that as a tabaxi, you were doing that cool thing where you're actually holding the bow with your foot. And I've seen that on things.
That is a new move to me, mon ami. Could I make a second rapier attack as
can.
we run
You
past?
can.
Okay,
As you
I'll
rush
do.
past, sure.
Yes,
You can run along the
Or
length of the
he
horse.
could fire his rapier out of his bow.
16.
Are you
16.
are you sure you're using a d20 there? Because I don't think I've seen you roll over a 10.
Yeah,
It's been.
so far.
It is a D20, but it has been
I know.
very
It's
disappointing.
been-
No, I had that one. I had that one critical hit.
There was that. Yeah, there was
Yes.
that. All right.
But-
So, but on a 16, that does hit the Zork. It does
Nice.
indeed hit him. So you can do your
Excellent.
damage.
Okay, 10 total.
10 points of damage. All right. You slash into him, and as you slash into him, he staggers back. But what he does is he rushes over away from you to the wall where you can see there's this rather grim looking gargoyle of sorts, and its open mouth hangs roughly at the height of the orc's chest, and he leans down into it and he shouts, "They've got a breakout on 99! There's a breakout on 99! Help! Help! Send help! Send help right now! Help!" is what the orc is shouting for dear life.
Ah,
Meanwhile, on the other side of the line, Rusty, Danras, and the barbarian have dispatched the ogre. You looking for the prince? I think he's in cell number 6. My advice, don't go next to the other cells. There's some tricky people in there. But I'm not judging. I'm just saying that they are, maybe you should, they probably belong here.
Fair enough. All right.
Thanks
Thanks for the help.
All right.
With the ogre.
Oh, good luck.
Oh, we're splitting ways? Okay.
Oh,
I can
no,
tell.
if you
I
wanna
don't
come
want it.
along, you
That's
know,
fine.
yeah, that's right.
It's not often I find friends, but it's okay. I'll go my way. It's
Oh
okay.
no, stay with us.
You're welcome to
we,
come.
we didn't
Yeah.
know. We didn't know. We thought maybe you
We
had
didn't
important
wanna
business.
presume.
We didn't want to hold you up.
Well, I'm the
Yeah.
one presuming, really. I thought I was going to go with you, but it's fine if
Let's
you're-
no, please do.
Yes, yes.
Show us the way to 6.
Oh,
Cell
sure.
6.
Yeah, that's this way, and he starts
Okay.
wandering down the
Yeah, follow
passageways,
him.
sort of taking you along.
What's
do
your
you
name?
bother- My name? Oh, my name
Yeah.
is Alad.
Lad.
That's right.
God damn it.
Yep, there's a funny story behind that, but we'll save that for another time. So, yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and oh, there's an orc over there shouting for help. Probably that's maybe not a good thing.
All right, now I know that you said that we shouldn't be freeing everyone, but, you know, just a thought on that. What if we freed everyone and used
There's
them
a
as
lot of cells down here.
yes, we use them as a distraction for our escape?
Yeah, that might
I
work.
think we can be a distraction ourselves. I'm pretty distracting.
Well, sure.
Well, I mean, we don't want to distract people to us. We want to distract people away from us, you know.
Okay.
I'm gonna get
Your brains.
Yes, no, sorry. I'm getting rid of this. This is very annoying. This feels so much better.
I kind of had a Sean Connery thing going on for a while there. It was-
Yeah.
Yes, no, I definitely did. Okay, yes. Let us. Yeah.
Can
Let's
I
go deal with that
can I
orc.
deal with the orc? Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
one
go
of the orc.
kill that thing. I'll work on these doors.
All right, Ginger, you and the horse. The horse is busy turning around down
Okay.
here, getting ready for a return. You're going to hit him this time, right?
I'm going to hit him every time. It was a unfortunate miscalculation. We
So
shall-
he charges once again, and the orc is still screaming, "Help! We're under attack! It's horrible! There's hundreds of them!" Is what he's currently shouting. Make your attacks.
Excellent. Yes. Here we go. Oh,
You've
there we
disappointed the
go.
horse now. Yeah.
No, there we go.
27. That's
Yes.
much better. You
It
hit.
is. And only a 7 damage though.
Well, it all
But
counts, as they say.
I am going to leap off the horse at this point and do a second attack.
Excellent.
And now we're cooking with
Oh,
Hey,
Tabaxi
wow. Look at you.
fire.
All right.
Absolutely.
Um,
Another hit. This orc does not know what's happening.
Oh, a
You gotta-
5.
You got to feel like with you zooming back and forth past him, like it's no wonder he thinks there's hundreds of people. I mean, it's very confusing.
Right.
How badly does he seem to be?
He looks pretty bad. He looks pretty
Okay.
bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's sort of clutching, not nearly as loud as he was before in his pleas for help.
Okay, because I'm going to try and shout over him again. Weapons malfunction again. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's
You're shouting
fine.
that over him.
How
All
are
right.
you?
I would like you to please give me a performance check to
Excellent.
outperform this orc captain here. Well, you got to beat a 7.
Oh, I just.
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
Natural
Oh.
1.
Natural 1. Yeah. Don't listen to him. He's lying. He's not weapons. He's speaking in common anyway. I'm speaking in orc now, he says as he switches to orc. All right, so that's what's happening down there. Rusty, you're going to run ahead and
You know
and
those
deal
looks
some
cats
justice?
give you when they
Yeah.
just do something foolish but don't want to look like they've done something foolish? This is exactly the look on Ginger's face right now. I meant
It
to
looks
do
like I
that.
can basically just run right up there, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's 55 feet.
Yep.
Flat,
So I'll go one
Does
to
the
the
horse
right
not
there.
get
That's the
any
one.
attacks?
All right.
Did the warhorse get any attacks?
No, he did not.
No.
He's not that kind of warhorse.
He's not actually on our side. I mean, he was about to be hung. I think we're going to find out he's like a treacherous son of a bitch.
The evil manipulator of all. Yeah. Danras, you are trying to free some prisoners, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
be
right.
using my my smithing tools to try and bust
sure.
open.
The
Some of
cell to
these,
the north or the cell to the south?
Let's go to the south.
Okay, dokes. You
I'm
go
from
to
the
the
southern
south,
hemisphere.
and there is a young individual who looks kind of furry, sitting in the prison cell, but looks humanoid. You
We
think
don't
he's
trust
sort of...
furry people. Who would trust anyone with fur, Ginger?
I'm sensing.
oh
I'm
yeah.
sensing a microaggression.
Yeah, he sort of looks like a werewolf half transformed into a humanoid of some kind.
Oh my
and he's-
god! It's an inverse werewolf.
Yeah.
A wolfware.
And he looks up at you and he goes, "Oh, hi."
Hello. Now, listen. There's not much time. We're doing a jailbreak. Do you want in on this?
Oh, sure. Are you good guys or bad guys?
Depends. Do you care if I lock the
Yes.
door now or
All
after you
kind
leave
of
the
a-
cell?
It's all kind of a matter of perspective in a cosmic sense. I mean, what are your goals in life, and what do you hope to achieve? And
You're very existential, Warforged, aren't you, Rusty?
yeah, I mean, I like to think I'm a good guy, but you know, it's not like there's a cosmic force that says you are lawful good. Everything you do is perfect. I mean, or I guess there is. Never mind. Go on.
Well, it just depends if someone uses smite evil on you, will you, be smote?
Yeah, I mean, good point. Good point. I don't know. Give me a holy adventure and I'll find out what kind of man I really am.
Yeah, find us a paladin and we'll let you know.
I think I'm just going to stay.
Yeah.
We have been
Okay,
getting
suit
that
yourself.
reaction a lot.
And then I'll go to the next guy. Rinse
Right.
and repeat.
Still on the south
I
side.
like
yeah?
I like the fact that you're basically saying, let's release a bunch of prisoners so they cause chaos and are a distraction for us. And the prisoners are just like, yeah, that sounds like a shitty plan. I'm good.
I'm staying.
These guys are nuts. Hell
Yes.
no.
All right, you're going to go down there, and so Ginger, you get an attack on this orc.
Yes.
He's still shouting. Rusty has come running up behind him.
Oh, wait.
Don't you
What?
have advantage because Rusty's within 5 feet of him?
Yes, I do. I should. And I thought, okay, that was weird. Okay, we're going to do this again. Ah, there you go. 21.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
And with Rusty being in 5 feet of me, oh, that's better damage. 12. And
Plus your
I
sneak.
believe I get sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do.
With yay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll.
And
13, but
that's good. All right. He drops to his knees and he is spluttering a little bit. Help! Help! It's all going dark. Help! He's still shouting. Rusty.
Since it looks like he's dying.
Attack.
Oh,
Hold
I'm
on,
sorry. I am so sorry.
Beg your
You're gonna say
pardon.
attack, Ginger.
I do want to hand him a biscuit though while this is going on. Here.
The orc.
I mean, obviously he doesn't need my help killing him. And so I might as well at least give him a little something to ease the pain. He seems to be suffering here. It seems sad. So I'm just giving him a biscuit. Here you go. It's okay. And then stab.
Well,
does a 15 hit?
Normally it wouldn't, but because he's not dodging, because he was distracted by this weird giant robot thing giving him a freaking biscuit, you hit him.
Oh, excellent. And so now can I use sneak attack again?
No.
Okay. So that's only 5 damage.
Oh, I see. Double time. Help, help. It's even worse. Is what he's shouting. Rust, it is your turn. The biscuit was a free action.
Does he look like he's still into the fight, or is he about to fall, about to be dead?
It looks as if you hit him twice and he's probably going to go down.
Well, I hate to do it. I feel bad, but at this point, best to take him out of his misery. Should have just enjoyed the biscuit. I'm reckless, but not sure. Great. So that's a 27, yes. Which is just not a critical. For 16 damage for the first attack. Pop.
16 damage and last attack. You don't have to roll. Did you?
Okay. I do have another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Just roll to hit him. I mean, there's a chance you roll all ones. Right?
25.
Yeah. And he only has 2 hit points left, so he succumbs.
I just basically am like, good job though. It's okay. Help's on the way. Bam. You did it, little guy. He might as well die happy. I mean,
sure. The horse sort of walks forward. So, what's your plan to get us out of here?
First, we got to get the prince.
Oh, he's in there, and the horse sort of points to the south, down here.
Yeah, let's go get
him. Ginger leaps down to open the door.
All right, you rush over to the door, and you can see this young, badly beaten human lying, looking rather miserable and unhappy with himself. He looks up and he sort of glares at you. I am not going to tell you anything. I have already told you.
My name's Ginger Twi'lek. I'm here to rescue you.
Aren't you a little tall for a tabaxi? All right, so you're fumbling with the locks. Danraz, you are busy fumbling with the locks as well. You're not trying to pick them. You're just trying to break them, right?
Oh yeah, I smash them.
All right.
I can smash one of the doors across the other side of the hall too.
Okay, you're going to the north?
Sure.
The 2 cells immediately above you are both empty. But you do realize that this little area here that you are passing between, there are large sewer grates on either side. But when you get down here, you pass the barbarian who is currently stripping the ogres and orcs of clothing so he can put something on. There is a dragonborn in this northern cell.
Guys, I'm just saying I've discovered an incredible smell down that grate. Like maybe we should go down the grate.
That's what you're saying. Danras, this tiefling steps up, very handsome tiefling, and looks over at you. You are here to rescue us?
Yeah, sure, why not?
And you have a foolproof escape plan?
Oh yes, no, it's definitely full.
There's no risk that the Dark Lord will discover our escape.
How would he even know?
All right, I'm in.
Right.
Have you ever thought of joining a band?
I make swords. And as far as I know, the only music I play is the Song of Death.
I'm heavy metal.
I'll get back to you, big guy. But you make swords, you say?
Yeah,
Could you
I do.
maybe make 500 blades?
Like right now?
Well, no, but let's say in the next 3 weeks and put them on a ship and get them across the border without anyone noticing?
That's a Tuesday
God.
for us.
That's what's happening over there. Ginger, are you going to bash open the lock? Are you going to try and pick the lock? How are you going to
I'm going to try to pick the lock.
All right,
Yes.
go ahead and give me a sleight of hand, unless you have thieves' tools with you.
I do have thieves' tools with
All
me.
right, go ahead. Give me a tool use check, as they say.
Where's that?
Is it on the character sheet? I don't
I've got
play characters
got
very often. It's a skill check with proficiency, right?
Yes, it is. That's correct.
So give me sleight of hand with proficiency.
Okay. 21.
Oh, that lock pops easily enough. And the young prince steps forward. My father sent you to save me?
He did, and that is why we are here. You seem disappointed in front of me.
No, not disappointed. Just slightly. Where's the rest of the army?
Ginger looks around. Both sides. They are out in the corridor.
You brought a horse, a naked barbarian, a giant scrap heap, a tiefling, and whatever he is?
We're a ragtag band, you know.
I thought you said you were heavy metal, says the tiefling.
Yes.
Right.
Technically, the barbarian, he is not naked anymore.
Yeah, no, that's true. I found a pair of pants that fit. They're quite nice, actually. They're probably homemade. Yeah, it's very nice. Whilst that is going on, you become aware of the sound of lots and lots of feet coming downstairs relatively quickly.
I've got a great idea.
Yeah, no, see, that's not going to work exactly unless we want to leave the horse here.
I've got a great idea.
You're saying
leave the horse here. No, but
you. Is it a matter of size?
Yes.
All right, I want everyone to close their eyes and turn around.
Okay. I'll do that.
You hear a weird squelching sound. And then when you... all right, you can look. There is a really, really tiny horse, about 8 inches in height.
Oh.
I'm ready.
It's like an animated figurine of wondrous power.
All right. Well,
I
think your great idea is definitely the one we're going for. All right. Everyone who wishes to not stay here and perhaps rot for the rest of their lives, go into the grate that clearly doesn't smell awful because the person with no nose has told us that it smells fine.
I said incredible. That wasn't a judgment on good or bad.
They still have no nose.
Come with us if you want to live.
That's pretty much everybody. The far end of the door bursts open and you can see several reused tokens standing there ready to attack as you are about to make your way. And of course, ahead of you on this side of the corridor You can see more figures, more orcs coming through. Each of those sort of represents about 50 orcs or so. And so you've decided to go down the grates, have you?
Yeah.
I
Can
will
I toss
grab
a fireball
the horse.
at? Can I toss a fireball at you know
You can. Which side?
Orcs on
Left or right?
Let's go right, I guess, because you said there was like 50 of them over there.
Sure.
Just for the fun of it,
Just
you know,
for the
give us
fun of
give us some cover, you know.
As-
Where is this thing?
As Rusty is doing that, Ginger will take his short bow and start just firing down to the left.
Oh, perfect. You're just firing, and the arrows are sort of slamming into the orcs and to the goblins that are swarming. But you get an impression that there are a lot of them coming down. So the grates, obviously, they're quite well made for grates. They are rusty, but they are still pretty strong.
Rusty,
And
there's nothing wrong with being rusty.
Sure. Well, there we go. Point well made. Your fireball dealing 25 damage explodes, and the flames lick about, and the corpses drop on either side, leaving standing almost exclusively on his own this fairly imposing individual who's definitely into heavy metal. I'll zoom in there slightly so you can have a look. And as you see, his eyes are bright red, and he does not look happy at all.
Red of.
As the flames burn around. But you are all acting first. How are you going to get through this grate?
The grate
Quickly?
is still there, right? The grate has not been ripped off by any super powerful members of the party yet.
No.
I can do that. I was throwing a fireball.
That's right. Fireballs were being thrown. Arrows were being fired. Danris?
It's always up to Dole Danris. Shatter.
You throw shatter onto the bars.
Yeah.
All right. As you throw shatter onto the bars, of course, shatter. But there is a strange sound that precedes the shattering, right?
Yes. Let's see. What's the specific? It says a sudden loud ringing, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice. Every creature within that point must make a Constitution saving throw. Creatures take 3d8 thundering damage, or half as much. Creatures made of inorganic stuff take extra damage. Non-magical object like being water or carrot also takes the damage as if it's in the area. So I'm aiming at the...
Yeah.
I'm aiming to not include people. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. So you do that, the grate shatters, and there is a 5-foot pipe that leads downwards. It is covered in a green, moldy slime.
All right, down we go.
Yeah.
All right. Danris goes down first, followed by the prince, followed the horses running in circles going, pick me up.
Ginger picked up the horse.
Ginger picks up the horse and then
Yes.
goes through. The tiefling is then going to follow. The barbarian, the large dragonborn, and Rusty are left. Shall I take the rear guard? This looks like
Go
a last
ahead.
stand to me.
Yeah, sure.
You don't want to take the last stand with us?
No.
Are you
I
sure?
should stick with my friends.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. We'll do the last stand thing, and you keep the memory alive there. Yeah?
I believe in you. Elad.
Alad. That
Elad,
was
yeah,
my name.
Elad,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget my name neither. I'm Baz. says
Right,
the
you, of
Dragonborn.
course. Yeah, of course. Right, that's right, Baz. You got this. It's like the battle of whatever it was that Elad said that one time.
Flugelhorn. Yeah. That's the
Flugelhorn.
one. Yeah.
Remember the Flugelhorn. And down the chute goes Rusty.
Rusty goes. All right. So Dan Rust disappears down. The prince disappears down. The cat, the horse, the tiefling. Sounds like a joke. And Rusty disappear as the last stand commences above you all. Of course, the chute opens out into something which is rather nasty. This green sludge. It is waist deep for our intrepid heroes. So how tall are you there, Ginger?
Ginger is about 5 foot tall.
Okay, so
a
it's
little-
nipples for you.
And so you're not the first person who has said that to me.
All right.
I'm sorry, too much information there.
Well, it's a stream where sharing is caring, I guess. So yes, you land in this sludgy, miserable place, and so what that is going to require, if you please, because we are running on cliches here and out of time, is as you all sort of plop into the water, this very large, and I'm going to make it much more visible right now, this very large creature lifts its very undead head.
Oh.
And it looks to be a sort of a dragon of nature, some nature.
Yeah.
Bits of it anyway, in this green sludge. To give you an idea of the chamber that you were in, it's quite a large chamber. Let me just pull out here so that you guys can all see what it looks like. And covered in green sludge and slime. There is a doorway with obvious light coming through it. There we go. That should give you the best sort of view, I think. There's a doorway with some light coming through it, and you can hear some faint snoring from the left-hand side. And then there are other points of entry. I'm just pinging them on the map. One of which you came through. They are 5-foot chutes heading upwards. So the door here with the light shining through seems to be the only real point of exit. But that, of course, is the point that the giant undead creature is protecting, or seems to be protecting anyway. And so on that, Rusty, what are you doing?
I am not
Quick question.
especially stealthy. Yeah.
Yes.
Quick question. Is the snoring coming from the dragon, or is that coming from elsewhere?
It's coming from the chamber beyond the dragon. So it's coming from beyond this door. The dragon is very much awake, or not sleeping because it's dead. And its head is sort of looking directly at the lot of you.
Oh, well, in that
question.
case.
The little spiral thing in the middle, is that like some sort of...
It's a slow sucking vent of some sort. It's not strong enough to be pulling you at the moment, but if you get closer to it, it might be.
Well,
But it
in
might
that
be a way
case,
out.
Yeah, it's certainly an exit point. Rusty.
Well, I'm, he's already dead is the way I'm looking at it. So I am going to, so am I in the back there, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so if I
So
go
from him, you're 28 feet away, 20 feet away, 21 feet.
Right. Well, I'm just going to sort of start us off here to see how we go while you guys figure out what we're doing. So I am going to go there. I want to move towards the west another 10 feet. So I'm not like in straight line of fire to the rest of the group.
Sure.
Like if he's facing me, he cannot also breathe on the rest of them.
I can get you to there.
Sure.
That's 30 feet.
Yep. Let's do that.
All right.
And say, hello, please ignore all the others. It's just me right here. I'm the only one who's important. I'm going into my battle mode, which is to say raging.
Yes.
And going to just say, focus on me. Let me show you. This is what it's about. And smack him with my sword.
Make your attack.
Yeah, I'm going to attack here. Here we go. Reckless, 24.
I really hope after the adventure, Rusty becomes a life coach.
Yeah.
Yes.
24.
24 is a hit. You slam into the decaying flesh and bone of the creature.
19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. And is that all magical damage or physical damage?
10 of it is slashing, 9 of it is fire. Oh, it is a magic weapon, if that
okay.
counts. So,
No,
yeah,
perfect.
it is a magical weapon.
Perfect. You say 15?
19.
19. Right. You slash into it, 19 damage, although you're not sure if you did any kind of damage. As you said, it's already dead. Are you doing anything else?
I'll keep going.
Sure.
You know, I mean, again, just saying, don't pay attention to the tiny horse. Look at me. That's a 21 and 19 more damage.
19 more damage does.
I'm basically just trying to just sort of, you know, carving through, you know, carving out a hole.
You are definitely gathering its attention. After you, it is the young prince, and the young prince is not. He's not bad. He's not bad. He's quite bright. The young prince shouts, "We need to get to that door. This way." And so he runs this way. Steer clear of the center. There might be a hole. That's his contribution.
Okay.
Danras.
Better mention that before I start fighting the dragon, kid.
Yeah. Is anyone having difficulty moving through the sludge?
Not hugely, not yet.
Okay. Danras will make his way over to the where the prince is. And as he does, he's sort of reaching through his pouch and kind of rattling through a few things. He's like, "Hey, by the way, listen, you need to get out of here and make sure that at the very least you're, you know, safe and stuff. You drink this." And I hand a potion bottle.
Sure. I trust you.
Just stay near us, you know, unless you need to, not be near us.
All right. So he drinks it. What is it a potion of?
Gaseous form.
Nice.
Oh, I feel funny. And then he turns into gas.
Very nice.
Meanwhile, what you are aware of is now that you've stepped further into the chamber, the pool pulls you slightly towards the center. You realize the closer you get to that swirling pool, the stronger its pull is.
Okay.
All right. Danras is done. That takes us past them. Ginger.
Ginger is going to tuck the horse into a vest pocket or some such and climb the walls around.
Charge the dragon.
Charge the dragon? What? Why charge the dragon? That seems we need to get out of here. No?
Well, yes. But you should always charge your enemies.
Oh,
he's got a point. I agree.
See? The toaster agrees.
Okay. I
Giddy up.
Will you grow again, or am I just going to? Okay. And giddy up seems oddly inappropriate for this moment. I'm just thinking. Giddy down, maybe, perhaps, monsieur. No, I'm going to continue just moving at the outside, going towards the store.
All right, so
climbing the wall, staying away from the pool of this thing.
Okay. So are you going west or are you going east? To be clear, the door that the light is shining through is here. So are you going to the east with the prince and with Danras, or are you going around the...
I would go to the east, yes.
All right, cool. And you're climbing around the wall?
Yes.
And your climb speed is the same as your movement speed, 30 feet?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. All right, so you can dash if you so choose.
I would so choose to.
All right. Well, that gets you to there with the horse. The tiefling sees all of you heading that way, sees you with the dragon, goes, I think this is probably an opportunity for heroism. I'll write a song about you, he says, as he gets to this duct here and looks up it. Don't think we're going up there, I'm afraid. this brings us to the dragon. Now, the beast is looking at you, flailing Rusty upon him, and he is not particularly happy with that. So he repositions himself just around there for no particular reason. I just want to measure something. All right, so he's going to step back to there. He's actually going to evoke an attack of opportunity from you as he steps away from you towards the moving herd, as it were. So go ahead and do what you will, if you will to do something. Rusty?
I will take an attack.
Make your attack.
And 27 to hit for 22 damage.
He will not make that mistake again, but he had to. He had to, because as he gets to the middle, he kind of shakes his whole body, and bits of rotting flesh, and you're fairly convinced they are little maggots, sail out in all directions. And if you thought it smelled bad on the outside, it's even worse now, as bits of the inside of the dragon spray out in all directions. And I need everybody in the chamber to please give me, and this is the one, wisdom saving throws.
Oh boy.
I tell a lie.
19.
Constitution saving throws. I hold my hand up. I misread the sentence. I apologize.
Can I keep my roll?
What was the roll?
Well, my roll was an 18. With Constitution, it would be a 25 total instead of a 19.
That's fine. Yes, so you can keep your roll. That's on me. So you can keep your roll, just change your modifiers if necessary. Or you can re-roll if you prefer.
So 25 for me.
All right, 25.
I was wondering why Flesh was giving us wisdom, but okay.
Yes, I saw the description, and then my eyes shifted up one. What did you get, Denras? 21 as well?
Correct, 21.
So you're good. Ginger, you got a 9. There.
Yes.
You do have a point of inspiration, which you haven't used.
Yes. If I can use that, I would
re-roll.
like to use that
All
now.
right, go ahead
please.
and do that. And you get a...
Oh.
All right, well, it's not terrible. I mean, it's bad,
No.
but it's not terrible.
Yeah, this is what comes from having a heightened sense of smell.
Absolutely.
Apparently.
That's
Absolutely.
legitimate.
You take 12 points of poison damage,
Oh.
and you are now considered poisoned.
Oh, that's unpleasant.
Yes.
That's basically disadvantage on pretty much everything.
pretty much everything. However, at the end of your turn, you may attempt to save again to remove the poisoned effect. Okay, that is what it does to begin with. Then it attacks because it knows that this horrid iron thing is coming towards it. And so it sprays out of its mouth, you think, its own internal organs. Or at least the remains thereof in this sort of brown jelly-like goo, which just sprays out in all directions. I do now need you, Warforged, as it's only directed at you. You've got its attention by dealing just a ton of damage. I now need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
All right. I mean, I do have to say, it's not like this is the first time one of these fleshy creatures has spit their guts all over me. I mean, it's really, you guys got to get this stuff together.
I know, right?
All right.
This time, however, it appears to be
17.
On a failed save, the creature takes. All right. On a successful save, it takes half damage. You don't have anything that changes that half damage into no damage, do you? This is psychic
No, unless
damage.
it's psychic damage is the one thing I have no defenses against.
All right. Unfortunately, so you take paltry. You saved, so you take half of this. So you take 11 points of psychic damage, and you are now frightened of this creature.
No. Okay.
For a
Well,
minute.
you know.
Disadvantage on
And-
attacks made against
And that's even with the successful save.
on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage. Oh, my apologies, and no additional effects. So you are not frightened. You are just 11 psychic
I was
damage.
frightened about being frightened, but I'm glad that
Absolutely.
I'm not.
Absolutely. And then it tries to hit you with its tail because it can.
Come on.
21 to hit.
Sure.
Okay, and that's for 12 points of damage, bludgeoning damage. So, are you raging? Were you raging?
I am raging.
You are. So 6
Yep,
points of damage.
I did that right away.
And can you be knocked prone whilst in rage?
I can be knocked prone.
All right,
Just
so
in
give me a
rage.
strength saving throw, please. This is just you making saving throws. The rest of you guys can
That's
go grab
pretty much
coffee.
all I do. 27.
27, you're fine. It tried to knock you flat. It is very put out that it seemed to be rather ineffective against you. And
Join the club, Dragon. Join the club.
Rusty, you are up next. What are you doing?
Okay, so first off, I'm standing up, which I think takes half my move. Is that
Yep.
how standing up works?
It does.
And
you are currently
basically
15 feet away.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So I've
you're
got
good.
just enough room to walk up to him. So yeah, I'm just standing up, wiping off the, think you dropped this here. I'll bring it back. Let me see if I can find a place for it. I'm just gonna cut a hole so I can stuff the rest of your
Nice.
guts back
Yes.
in. And just go for broke here. So we will start with a basic attack. I'm being reckless, but I'm not a great weapon mastering. So that's a 22.
Oh, that's a hit. That's
20?
a hit.
20
Yeah,
points.
20 points of damage. This poor little creature is just having 70 Shades of Tuesday knocked out of it.
And then I'm gonna do it again, and this time I got a critical, so that's
Oh!
35
Oh,
points of
Critical,
damage.
we know what happens there.
Whoa.
Nice.
How is he doing with another 35 points on him?
He is limping. Literally, his whole one shoulder is caved in. He's sort of dragging himself forward, but as true mindless undead, he's not stopping.
So, because I've still got a bonus action here. I've just realized I got a couple of things going on that I forgot about. So let me just double check one thing to make sure I am not wrong about how this particular ability works. Hang on. Yeah, okay. So first of all, because I haven't done it, I'm using my bonus action to increase to giant size. So I can expand into a large size form along with anything I am wearing, giving me advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws and things like that, which I already technically had because I was raging. But just for the sheer, thing of it. And then I'm going to use Action Surge to make another round of attacks.
Why not?
Now you see, while this is going on, Ginger is kind of going to the horse. You see, horse? That is how it is done.
Actually, I don't like the water at all, but yes.
All right, that's a 25 to hit for 22 more points of damage.
22 more points of damage.
And another attack is a 19.
It lifts its head, you smack into its jaw, 19 is a hit.
For another 19 points of damage.
Its head
Oh, my.
spins and the whole carcass just slumps into the gurgling water. And you watch as it's slowly being dragged into the center of the swirling pool. All the bits sort of floating around this central point.
And just for the sheer point of it, I also even landed an extra 5 points because of my giant size. So,
Just
Uh,
straight up.
so,
it
you
didn't
know,
stand a chance. It
and just
didn't stand a
shake,
chance.
shake off the guts from the. You guys, sorry, there might be another dragon around here if you wanted one. Just saying. I think this one. I think. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hog the dragon.
I broke
No,
the
no, it's
dragon.
all fine. Anytime we see one of these, you are more than welcome to it.
Okay.
Is okay.
You are indeed a great hero. I understand now why my father sent you.
That is good because we do not.
It's also good because we came through the grates.
We are great heroes, yes. That can be our party name going forward. The Great Heroes.
Well, I am sure my father will reward you handsomely. Now, how do we get out of here?
Well, very easily, Talking Smoke. We are going to continue.
That's right, his gaseous form.
we're going to try and get out by any means possible. We've got, well, I think 2 ways that might work. This drain that sinks everything down, I mean, if this place makes any sense, should spit out to the sea. So, I mean, there's that. Or we could go through this door, which, you know, because if you remember correctly, we came downstairs to get here. So we need to climb upstairs because we also slid further down in the, you know, in the thing. So we need to go up, really. So, so either we need to go that way and swim, or we need to go that way and climb the stairs.
And
I mean, I just know if I was a Dark Lord building a citadel of evil, I'd personally have my drain just go into like a sphere of annihilation or something like that.
That's a very expensive.
I'm just
product.
saying. I mean, yeah. You know,
I mean, look, you know, Dark Lords are not made of money. I mean, the Sphere of Annihilation, this is a very powerful thing to be using for what is
That's a good
effectively done by, you know, pipes to the sea.
I don't breathe, so frankly, I'm fine going down the sea if you know you want.
if I get a vote, says the Tiefling, I do breathe. But I have to agree with the Warforged. It would seem like an exit going down and out rather than having to go back through the entire citadel would make more sense.
Let's do it.
Okay, well, Ginger, are you okay with going for a swim?
Ginger is very dubious about anything to do with water, but you can see again just that cat face doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
want
Okay.
to-
Come over here. Just real quick. I'm going to lay hands on Ginger, on myself. Actually, no, I'm going to lay it on Rusty instead. Because I'm going to presume that Rusty might be able to carry me. But I'm going to go with Rusty, Ginger, and the Tiefling. Because the gas won't need it. And I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement on all of them. Which lasts for 1 hour. That means they are not hindered, restrained, or otherwise impeded, which includes by water and swimming.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, this is slick. Oh, I like this. Yeah, this is cool.
How does gaseous form work in water?
Yeah, the cloud looks at you rather sadly. I don't seem to be able to go down.
That's okay.
Catch him in a bag. We've got a bag.
Oh, no.
I've got a bag of holding.
I do have a bag of holding. I open up my bag of holding, and you don't need to breathe while you're a gas, so...
He quietly
out.
drifts into a bag. We
Ah.
have the prince in our bag.
Magical
He is
whoopee cushion.
literally hot air. All right. Well, with that, you throw the prince into the bag. Are you staying in your enlarged form, Rusty?
I assume I might be too large for the drain if I do.
The drain is actually quite big.
Okay, I mean, if you can fit me, then sure, because then there's definitely room for anyone who wants to hang on to me, frankly, you know, and
sure.
I get advantage on strength checks, which includes athletics. So,
There we go.
yeah, why not?
I love it. And given the time frame, you all leap into the pipe, following the giant.
Hang on.
And
Wow.
I've got to say, I've got 200 feet of rope and manacles, too. So, I mean, like, you know, people can all hang on. What's the point of having a bag of holding if you don't stuff it full of stuff? I'm just saying.
Absolutely. And with that, you make your way out of the pipes and indeed disgorge yourself out into the ocean, where for a few dark moments it seems as if up and down, left and right, and forward and backwards all seem to be the same because it is the dark ocean for a reason. It is dark
It's like
down
being
here.
in Iowa.
It's like being in Iowa. Oh, right, there we go. And after a few tense moments, however, you do make your way to the surface where, as luck would have it, there is a boat and a very nervous goblin looking over the edge. You have the prince, I hope?
I hold up the tiny bag.
Oh, he's dead?
What? No, he's not dead. He's just in the bag. He's fine.
Oh, thank goodness. That would have made the Dark Lord very unhappy. Anyway, all right, good. Well, welcome aboard your new ship. You need to get out of here as fast as you can before the idiots on the walls realise what's going on.
Okay. Well, thank you for all of your help. Squab, do you want to come with us?
Oh, no, I'm going to throw myself overboard and drift into the harbour.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, here, take this with you. I'm going to give him my potion of healing.
Well, that's very generous of you. Thank you.
No. Sorry. Yeah, just so you know, we have stolen this boat from you, and we've got to make it look good and convincing so that you don't get discovered as a traitor.
No, wait. I'm pretty convinced. I'm quite.
And then I throw him overboard.
Oh, thank you. As you throw him overboard and start sailing away.
I did a good thing.
And so,
are we checking to see if he comes up?
Yeah, he does thankfully bob to the surface and start swimming towards the large double doors. Do you head back to the kingdom with your charge?
Yes.
Excellent. And with that, the camera pulls back, revealing their little ship making a daring escape from the giant fortress of Rat's Head. And as it does, our intrepid heroes, with their victory having rescued the prince, are left to their own devices as the camera pulls back to the top tower of the citadel, where we find the very evil Redva and Redav, Lord Redav, and he is watching pensively. Standing next to him is the orc commander, who says, "Do you think they'll buy that? Do you really think they're going to take that impostor all the way to the king?" And Redav just smiles quietly. And on that note, that brings us to the end of tonight's session. Thank you all for watching, and thank you.
Was it a trap?
No! I mean, maybe.
What happened to the guy, the furry person that was still in their cell?
The furry person who was still in their cell?
Oh, that was the
half werewolf.
Oh, the half werewolf,
the
wolf were. What happened to him in the end?
Yeah.
Well, in the end, we
want to see the post-credit scene.
Oh, right, the post-credit scene. There we go. Yeah. Absolutely, lovely. All right, well, we've got enough time for that. So yes, our heroes make it off, and so the wolf were. After all of the commotion and the escape, of course, the head jailer was executed for allowing all of this to happen. And in the commotion, there is a hairy hand which quietly reached out to one of the orc corpses, grabbed the clothing the orc was wearing, put them on, and the furry shape seemed to change shape as the shifter took on a new form, that of an orc, and quietly made their own way out. Swearing revenge, however, for the death of two of his friends, one the Dragonborn and the other being the large barbarian. So there we go. That's the end scene there. Setting up for next year, perhaps.
Love it.
Anyway, right. Folks, thank you so much for playing. I really appreciate it. You guys made this an absolute blast. I hope that you had fun playing. It was a pleasure playing with both of you for the first time. And of course, Michael, always a pleasure.
I like that you were just playing with both of you, and we're just not going to mention the other.
It's fine. I get
it. Yeah. Michael and I have been playing together for years and years and years. Had an absolute blast. So There you are. And I know before the stream started, we were just saying one of the wonderful things about this amazing hobby is that you can meet people that you have never met before and tell them that their nipples are moist and that they smell like a toaster, and it's all in good fun. And so there we are. Big thank you to the Gen Con organizers. Thank you to them anyway, because that's coming up. And if you're going to that, it's always a blast. Massive thank you to Gary Con and to the organizers there. And we're going to hand over not going to hand over. We're just going to go away, and somebody else is going to come on after us for even more crazy shenanigans as the weekend's events continue. But very, very, very quickly, where can we find you, Keith? Where can people find you?
Hellcow Keith on most social media, or Together Studios, TWO Together, and togetherstudios.com.
There we go. Fantastic. And John, where can they find you?
Dorktower.com for the strip. World of Munchkin for Munchkin. Most social media, Muskrat_John.
There you go. And Michael.
Twitch.tv/DeadAussieGamer. Also Careful Cantrip. Also Quincy's Tavern. Also Great GM's channel.
There we go.
Yeah,
and you can
I'm
find
everywhere.
me on How to Be a Great GM. Until next time, fantastic. Goodbye.